Hello, everyone. Let's continue with the game. I mean, I've done a little bit of grinding, a little bit of background stuff, some homework, some exploring Stormville Castle to see if I missed anything. Um, as you can see, I'm dual wielding these swords now. I just thought it'd be cool, and I'm not wielding my Devourer scepter. The reason being, I just can't wield it with my current stats. Because as I was looking around and farming for the armor that I wanted, which I can't even wear at this point, I died. And as I would have suspected, you don't get the benefits of the Great Rune unless you are quote unquote, embered or unhollow or whatever you would call the rune thing. So there you go. So this is like my backup weapon, because I can wield this without having to have the Great Rune equipped. So what I'd like to do right now, I did find like a little boss, like a little hidden... Oh, wait, it needs to be nighttime. Hang on. I did find a little secret nighttime boss that I'm going to fight. I also discovered something that I missed at Round Table Hold. I was able to figure out with the Ash Lady, like who to talk to for the Ash Lady. It turns out the blacksmith is actually who she was referring to. It's actually kind of disappointing. The reason I wanted to dual wield weapons is because I wanted to see if I could double buff them. And through a bit of experimentation, it turns out you can't buff you can only buff your right hand weapon with spells. So, but what I was going to do is try and use the Sacred Blade on one, and then I was going to use the Black Flame Blade on the other. So I basically was dual wielding both the Black Flame and the Holy Sword. Like, how cool would that be? But the game doesn't allow you to do it. You cannot dual wield double buffed weapons, at least not with a spell. However, what I could do is buff my right hand weapon. What I could do is two-hand my left hand weapon. Use a grease, which I should probably make some of those. Oil pot. I should probably make some greases. I can make fire. Yeah, I can make fire ones. So what I could do is buff one weapon with fire, and then buff the other one with Black Flame Blade. So I'll dual wield the double fire blades. I'm pretty sure that would work. I haven't tested it yet. I assume it does, so. Oh, wait. Nighttime. What time is it right now? It is nighttime. Great, I already did that. Alright, moving on. Let's get the show on the road. I still don't know how to make lightning grease, and I don't know how to make holy stuff. I assume that's in the game. I don't know how to make magic grease. But anyway, there's a hidden boss over here, just like the Knight Rider. You only encounter it at nighttime. Not these guys. But there it is. The Death Bird. Where is it, actually? Oh, there it is. So let's try this, shall we? Oh, jeez. Oh, wow, it looks so creepy. It's got like a baby head. Like a baby skull. Oh, I see. That's just how a bird skull looks, isn't it? Whoa. Alright. Oh, that killed me. Okay, so this boss is not as easy as I was expecting.
Pleased to meet you. The name's Roger, a sorcerer by trade. But now I'm in this sorry state. I had a little mishap, and now I can't move. As you might guess, it's far from ideal.
Okay, so this NPC, it's the first time I'm talking to him with this character, but I did find him as through my exploring with Saito, so I missed him the first time through the Stormville Castle. But he actually sells some weapon arts, which are very interesting.
Ah, I know. I'm privy to a few. Would you care to learn? Time can move rather slowly, stuck here. You know, a little conversation go...
Wow, look, we can do multiple things here. We can ask about thee, we can say we've defeated Godric, we can ask about the corpse under Stormvale. Oh, that mysterious Cthulhu-looking thing. I'm sure I'm probably not saying that right. Cthulhu? Cthulhu, I've heard people say. I don't know. Right, so we've got a few of these weapon arts. I'm gonna go ahead and buy a few of them. All of them, maybe. Because that one looks really cool. Because I am curious to test something. I want to test... Now that we can equip a weapon art without changing the affinity of the weapon, does the weapon art itself scale, for instance, in this case, with intelligence, if we've got the weapon equipped to not a magic, but just heavy or quality or something? I'm very curious about that, and I do have a way to test it, so that's what I would like to do. Alright, let's ask about the... Let's say, yeah, let's do this first.
The misshapen corpse under Stormvale. That is a sacred relic of the Black Knives plot, as that famed night of assassination is known. It happened during the golden age of the Erd Tree, long before the shattering of the Elden Ring. Someone stole a fragment of the Rune of Death from Malekith, the Black Blade, and on a bitter night, murdered Godwyn the Golden. That was the first recorded death of a demigod in all history, and it became the catalyst. Soon, the Elden Ring was smashed, and thus sprang forth the war known as the Shattering. I once wished to become a scholar, you see. I've spent many an hour scouring the archives for knowledge of that fateful plot. The world has grown crooked, and if you intend to put it to rights, you'd better understand what happened to make it this way.
I agree.
That thing is to blame for the shape I'm in now. I urge the utmost caution. Don't disturb the corpse more than necessary.
Ooh. That's a bit of a hint. If I whack the thing a few times, does it come to life, you know? So I have been missing a lot of the lore throughout the game because there's just so much like of the game mechanics to take in. Like it didn't really hit me about how Godric was like literally the Ashes girl, the Roderica girl. She was talking about the fact that she's, you know, like people are being sent to Stormvale Castle in order to be grafted by Godric. So they're cut into pieces and made into those grafted scions, or attached to him if he fancies it. Pretty horrific, indeed. Oh, not just anyone tarnished are being sent there for that.
Ah, you defeated Godric and claimed yourself a great rune. Well done, friend. Something to mark the occasion. Go on, take it.
Wow, he gives you a +8 rapier. My goodness. That would be really good for a sorcerer character, I bet.
As you might have guessed, I still can't move. My fighting days are behind me. No need to be polite. I've no use for it anymore.
What happened to you, buddy? Oh, right, he talked about the statue in the bottom of Stormvale.
Ah, so you've met Dee. Dee is an old friend. We found ourselves journeying together for a time, bound by our exploration of death. But our paths have since diverged, never again to cross. Though that's hardly an uncommon fate for two friends.
Yeah, Dee's all about killing death, and I bet Rogier was probably more about studying it, so they must have had a bit of a disagreement. Do you have more?
Dee was telling me that he discovered the mark of the centipede.
Right, he did tell me that too.
It's an ancient symbol of the curse mark. As long as whoever finds and uses it is not nefarious by nature, then we may be able to form an alliance. If only I could speak to them in person. And if they were like you, all the better.
Huh.
The battle art you've learned is of the Glintstone family. They were conceived at the Great Academy of Rea Lucaria, to the north of this castle. In the past, they obeyed laws which contravened the Golden Order, or so I'm told. Fascinating, isn't it? that the Golden Order was pliable enough to absorb practices that contradicted itself in the past. With the Order broken, twisted, and in need of repair, such adaptability is more important now than ever.
All right. Let's talk to D.
Hello. You've been busy weeding Deathroot, I take it. I thank you, as your brother in arms. So what can I do for you?
Weeding the death root. Ooh, can I buy these? So I can use this when I have my Great Rune equipped. Order's Blade. That sounds, you know what, sure. I don't really need it, but I would like to at least test it. Same thing with this one. So let's buy both of those just so we have them.
Are you acquainted with a man named Roger?
Rogier, okay.
The piteous fellow hiding away on the balcony. He was a formidable spellblade in times past. Don't let his easy air deceive you. He was wise beyond his years, stout of heart and clear of mind. No more, though. You see him now, ravaged by thorns, muttering and rambling, like he's half dead already. I can't stomach to watch. Take well the lesson, friend. That's how you end up when seduced by those who live in death.
Yeah, that is what
Grace
happens.
is sullied. It rots people from the inside. Breaks them. Did you need some?
Did you need something else?
Be sure to tell me she's a servant and she's been my I've lost count, honestly.
I have not found the woman he's talking about. Oh, Ash's lady is gone. Ash's lady's not here anymore. What the hell? Man.
Well, I took you for no matter to lay out your own.
Oh, and he doesn't have the dialogue anymore. He used to have this dialogue called that said ask about prayer. But maybe that was the dialogue that he did when I came here. At one point I came here and he was praying over his altar and he was just like, you know, it's hard to kill a god, but, you know, I won't give up. Queen Marika. And I remember at one point he was talking about her. Like, I wonder if he is somehow, like, was maybe Queen Marika's lover or companion. Oh, what is this? Oh, without a doubt, this is going to be how we access that boss weapon thing. Do we kneel? We touch the two fingers. What do you have to say?
Are you that new tarnished? You've done well. I am Enya, the Finger Reader. I interpret the words of the fingers, envoys to the greater will. Look there. The fingers tremble.
Ew.
To welcome you, Shardbearer. Let their wisdom wash over you. Great Elden Ring, root of the Golden Order, anchor of all lands, giver of grace, wellspring of all joy. Until it was shattered, the tragic corruption of the Order has taken its toll. Across the realm, life lies in ruin, fallen to pieces. Foul curses and misery spread, unabating. But the greater will has not abandoned the realm, nor the life that inhabits it. So it is that the tarnished are guided by grace, called to act. Brave tarnished, your great rune is a handsome shard of the Elden Ring. Seek another of its kind to become Elden Lord and restore the Golden Order. Let the words of the fingers guide you.
Ew, they're hairy. Ew. So are these the two fingers? There's some sort of, like, entity? Maybe they're like the hand of a god. I would love to see what happens if I could kill it, but there's a non-aggression pact active while we're in here.
Well, A remembrance of gold has found its way into your possession.
That's right.
Demigods and even the creator of the champions are hewn by the Earth Tree upon their end into remembrances. They are valuable indeed.
In fact, I think I know of a way to duplicate it.
Yet house the power of their former masters. And should you wish to wield that same power, well, I will lend you the strength of the fingers. Do not recoil from my offer.
She's very
The
long-winded.
fingers guide us all. And you, tarnished,
You know, make it more
you are
concise, if you
here
would,
to take,
finger reader.
are you not?
You could have said all of the things that you said in a much shorter amount.
Ah, great runes are the children of the goddess.
Right, so
Queen
Godric was one of her
Marika.
kids as well.
She who is vessel of the Elden Ring.
Vessel of the Elden Ring, eh?
Tainted by the strength of their runes, her children warred, but none could become Elden Lord. And so grace was extended to your kind, the tarnished. Listen, the fingers speak. The greater will has long renounced the demigods. Tarnished, show no mercy. Have their heads. Take all they have left. Indeed. But remember one thing. The demigods are each and all the direct offspring of Queen Marika. Godric the Grafted was but a distant relation,
Oh,
the runt of the litter. His divine blood.
so he was the easiest one.
sorely
Yeah, okay.
diluted.
Fair enough.
Ah, the chill tainted
the same thing.
The great tarnished.
What happens if we touch the fingers? Oh, we get rapture. Oh, ye tarnished. That's pretty cool. I like it. Just to the heavens, you know? Awesome. Maybe that's this game's make contact. So before I do this remembrance thing, can I take a look and see if maybe we can't, like, duplicate it and see what that entails? Because I'm assuming what might be the case here, if the fact that we can duplicate it says to me that it's going to be like boss weapons and everything in other games where you have to choose between some options. And if we can duplicate it, then we can get all of the options, right? So let's go in here. Yep. So lovely. I love this thing. Alright, how does this work? Take the power of its namesake via the finger reader. Duplicate remembrance of the grafted. Does it cost anything? Now I've got 2. Can I do it again? Oh, shit. It can only do it once. Oh, fuck me. Damn it. I didn't know. Now I can never do that again. Oh, great. What if there was another one that I wanted more? Well, lesson learned. Oh, man. That really sucks. Alright. Ugh. There you go. First playthrough mistake. That burns me up. Well, maybe it's good. Maybe I'm gonna absolutely love the options that I have here. Well, now I know for future playthroughs. I'm almost, like, depressed. I should have thought that through a little bit better. Well, let's receive power. Yep, it's 2 completely separate things, and I probably don't even care about having both of them. The Grafted Dragon would be cool. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take the Grafted Dragon. I don't want the Axe of Godric, but I can get it if I want now, because I've got 2 of these. I guess I might as well. What does this say? I command thee, kneel, 'for I am the Lord of all that is golden.' 'For I am the Lord of all that is golden.' 'For I am the Lord of all that is golden.' 'For I am the Lord of all that is golden.' 'For I am the Lord of all that is golden.' 'For I am the Lord of all that is golden.' 'For I am the Lord of all that is golden.' 'For I am the Lord of all that is golden.' 'For I am the Lord of all that is golden.' 'For I am the Lord of all that is golden.' 'For I am the Lord of all that is golden.' 'For I am the Lord of all that is golden.' 'For I am the Lord of all that is golden.' 'For I am the Lord of all that is golden.' 'For I am the Lord of all that is golden.' 'For I am the Lord of all that is golden.' 'For I am the Lord of all that is golden.' 'For I am the Lord of all that is golden.' 'For I am the Lord of all that is golden.' 'For I am the Lord of all that is golden.' 'For I am the Lord of all that is golden.' 'For I am the Lord of all that is golden.' 'For I am the Its golden battle axe is emblazoned with the figure of a beast, representing the strength of Godfrey, first Elden Lord and patriarch of the Golden Lineage. I mean, I'll take it, because I can get it, you know? Repeatedly smashed the axe of Godric into the ground, unleashing 2 earth-shaking shockwaves. He did use that in the boss battle. Let's get this first, probably, just in case something weird goes on. The embodiment of the power that still remained in the dragon's head that was grafted to Godric's left arm. The wielder's arm will take the form of a small dragon, sprouting sharp fangs at the fist. It cannot be two-handed. Bear witness. Grant the small dragon a fleeting glimpse of life and thrust it skyward. Oh, cool, so we get the meteor attack. Alright, so I will be getting this for sure. And then I might as well get the other one. There we go.
Now
Very
go
cool.
Forth. Let the words of the fingers guide
The words
you.
of the fingers. Let the words of the fingers guide you. Let's go find Ash Lady. Where the hell is she? She was by the fireplace, and now she's just left. You know, another thing we could do is maybe talk to her.
I am pleased. Would you like the blessing? Would you like... Now.
Alright, let's see what she has to say. If anything. Who's that over there? Is that also Marika? Probably.
You are so... very... I was known after
Oh, no, I've heard this before.
with the room to do so, but before I could... I was awakened. Pray, despite all that, so please. Then
Oh,
the
shit! There was another thing. Oh, so I'm so rushed. Slow down, Machine Elf. Please, slow yourself. Be calm and be one with the universe. Alright, here we go again. Here we
would
go
you like
again.
the blessing? Would you like... Now.
Alright. I'm gonna button mash the dialogue, but now I know there's something else. Maybe it'll just go right to did you know?
You are...
Yes.
My dear, have you ever heard of Black Knife Prince? Dear Roger likes to talk of them when abed.
Ooh.
And the ancient plot in which the first of the demigods was slain.
Yeah, he told me about it.
Knives wielded by the assassins who committed the act, along with the impressions they made, somehow hide the truth of the conspiracy. These grand affairs are hardly my forte, but dear Roger began to weep as he spoke. In truth, I've heard tell from someone else about the Black Knife Prince that fascinate dear Roger so.
Ooh.
But it wouldn't be right to give this to him, stuck as he is in the round table hole. Perhaps you could make dear Roger the ancient the Black Knight along with then good.
Oh, one of the slowest animations in the game. When we get up from our embrace. Yes. Thank you. Farewell, my lady. I wonder if he has anything different to say now. Is Ash Lady gonna be down here? Surely not, I imagine. Interesting. I have something for her. I've got a Chrysalis memo to give her. Or Chrysalid memo. She's always so elusive in this game. Oh.
You again. I thought you'd receive a summons to the round table. Nefeli Lu. We met at
Nefeli
Stonevale.
Lu.
I'm glad to see you
Fantastic
here.
name.
I have something for you. I found it in Godric's grafting grounds. You defeated him. You should have it. Make good use of it. I don't intend to make a habit of scavenging corpses.
Oh, Arsenal Charm. What's that gonna do for us? Raise his maximum equip load! Praise the sun! Oh, thank goodness. It's our Havel ring. Resembles a massive weaponry. Boosts maximum equip load by a lot. Wow, by almost 10. I wonder if it's percentage based because it's not a flat 10. I bet it is percentage based. Let's stick that right on. Because now maybe we can wear heavier armor. Which I would like to do because of the fact that I want the poise and I also want... Oh, it's not enough. Alright, what if we also equip this thing? Nope, still not enough. Alright, well, it will probably be enough later on. Maybe the twin blade one instead of the guard counter one. I mean, the guard break one. No, I'll do the guard break one. I like it. Alright.
Ah, yes. I wonder if you've met my foster father. He's in his study.
Foster father.
The room Encher's garden.
Oh,
just
that
over
guy.
there. If you haven't already, I advise you introduce yourself.
And that guy's name is
Father
Encha.
is leader of the Round Table. I'm sure talking to him will be worth your while.
Oh boy. So, you know how I'm kind of killing NPCs with different characters, right? So Saito murdered her, and she drops a couple of axes that have a lightning weapon art. I wonder what's going to happen when we talk to this guy, having killed his daughter. Oh boy.
It's about time I headed off. I'll see you again, warrior.
Still no Ashes lady. I wonder if she has left. She's not in here.
You've received the wisdom of the two fingers, have you not?
I have indeed,
Then,
sir.
just as promised, I bid you welcome. As a true member of the Round Table, I am known as Gideon Ofnir. As a tarnished who wishes to stand before the Elden Ring and become Elden Lord, I am accumulating knowledge. To be all-knowing.
Oh.
You now belong to a select group of fellows. As such, I ask that you remain constant.
It's interesting he says all-knowing because... Wait a second. In the opening cutscene, weren't one of them called something the all-knowing? Was it Gideon the all-knowing? Sir Gideon the all-knowing? Does he, like, become a boss we have to fight later on? That's kind of what that sounded like. Or maybe he's trying to become like the other all-knowing one?
You'll be after more great runes.
He kind of looks
now,
like him
eh?
in the cutscene.
Then, as your fellow, allow me to divulge a little knowledge. The inheritors of the great runes, the Shard Bearers. We of the Round Table know the location of 5 of them, including the one you defeated.
Isn't that all of them?
Godric the Grafted, Lord of Stormvale. General Radahn, who fought Melania and her rot to a standstill in the Caelid Wilds.
Ah.
Praetor Rykard, Lord of the Volcano Manor of Mount Gelmir. Morgoth, the Grace-Given, Veiled Monarch and Lord of Leyndell. And Renala, Queen of the Full Moon, ruler of Rhea Lucaria's Academy. You'll still be after more great runes, won't you?
Interesting. So there are more than that. Wow, this is going to be like a whole lore episode, huh? So there's a lot more than that, because the cutscene included figures that, like America's offspring, that were not included in the list he just gave us, unless they're known by multiple names.
Well, so, Godric the Grafted, Lord of Stormvale. Despite being the blood of Godfrey, first Elden Lord, he's a grotesque old fool grasping for power. His castle lies upon the cliff to Limgrave's northwest, but I suspect you know that well enough already.
So interesting. I think that Godric, he was the son of Godfrey, and I think Godfrey was the direct descendant of America. So Godric is kind of once removed, so he definitely is like a weaker descendant.
So, despite being his castle, that I suspect...
Same thing. Alright, let's ask about the rest of them, sure.
General Radahn, the famed Red Lion and Scourge of the Stars, is a ferocious warrior. He fought Melania and her rot to a standstill in the Caelid Wilds to Limgrave's east. And now Caelid has been engulfed by the Scarlet Rot. Even approaching the region is no mean feat. I've heard survivors of Radahn's army are still in the wilds, staving off the rot with fire. And if it's true, I suspect Radahn is still there as well, in Caelid. Though, I doubt he much resembles his former self anymore.
Man, we need to figure out how to make, like, scarlet rot boluses before we go there, maybe.
I understand you've been speaking to Nepheli. She's my daughter. I took her in when she lost the guidance of grace. Though a mere axe-wielding barbarian, her youthful credulity suited my purposes, so I put her to work. Do not hesitate to employ her. Should her services benefit you, despite her looks, she is more than capable in the press of battle.
I like him. I like this guy, Sir Gideon. Sir Gideon Ofnir, the All-Knowing. He was in the cutscene. That literally is the name in the cutscene. What? So he's a descendant of Queen Marika, and he did get one of the shards of the Great Rune. FromSoft loves to do this, where somebody in the beginning of the game that's just like a random NPC ends up becoming like a big boss or something. This is that guy. He, without a doubt, he has a Great Rune. Sir Gideon Ofnir, the All-Knowing. I remember him in the cutscene because he was so prominent. He was the last person mentioned, the last offspring mentioned, and the guy said it with such splendor. And Sir Gideon Ofnir, the All-Knowing, is kind of how he said it, so there's no way I'm going to forget. Alright, let's ask about Renala. I want to get information on the person who's at Raya Lucaria, or Lucaria, because that's, I think, where I'm going to go next.
The Academy of Raya Lucaria
Raya
lies to
Lucaria.
Waves north,
Raya
towering
Lucaria.
over the
Raya Lucaria.
mist-laden lands of Liurnia. Renala is queen of the Carian royals, who govern the Academy, but Renala herself is no demigod. Her beloved Radagon left her to become Queen Marika's second husband, taking the title of King Consort.
Oh.
The Great Rune dwells within the amber egg that was Radagon's gift to her.
Interesting. He was actually Queen Marika's second wife.
Morgoth the Grace-Given is Lord of Leyndell, the capital city. It lies at the foot of the Earth.
Oh, so this is the last
in
one,
the east
probably.
of the Altus Plateau. But the Two Fingers forbid us from venturing there until we've acquired enough great runes to repair the Elden Ring.
Yep, that's the last one.
Set your sights elsewhere for the time being. The Veiled Monarch can wait.
Very well.
Praetor Rykard is the Lord of the Volcano Manor on Mount Gelmir. He is a ruthless justiciar who commands a company of inquisitors, reviled for his serpentine demeanor.
Interesting.
The volcano, Mount Gelmir, lies in the west of the Altus Plateau, the realm of the
So
Earth
he's going to be
Tree.
the second last
It
boss
was
we
the
fight,
stage
sounds
of the
like.
most appalling battle in the entirety of the Shattering. Rykard has committed the grave sin of blasphemy, marking himself as an enemy never to be forgiven.
So it sounds like, you know, we've got the Raya Lucaria one over here, then we're going to have the volcano dude over here, and then there's the final boss somewhere wherever the Erd Tree is over here, and then we've also got one somewhere over here. And there's a big old to-do list, that's for sure. Alright, well, I was hoping to talk to the Ashes girl and give her my memento thing, but she's gone. She's just not here, apparently. Yeah, I don't see her anywhere. So I guess I'll do this. So I found out, you know, there's no other way to get here. So obviously, which I can't believe I didn't think of this. Oh, let's talk to this guy one more time.
Always good to sew. What
Do you have anything different to say? No, he literally has nothing to say now. Alright. Oh, man, I'm too heavy. Right, I need to switch back to my other armor set. Can I wear a helmet? No. Not when I'm not great runed up. Alright, let's jump down here and see how this goes. Because you can jump. That's clearly how you were meant to do this. I didn't realize it for the longest time. We could have come here much, much earlier. Oh no. Nothing happens? Oh, there we go. I was really worried there. I was like, did we miss something? I don't know what you're doing, but prepare to get wrecked by my black flame. And now, take my holy sword. Oh, wait, I need to heal first. Whoa, you... Oh, he healed. It's only a 3-hit combo for the dual-wielding combo. This must be where you get that scythe that I've seen people using. That's probably... Taunter's Tongue. No, it's not. Taunter's Tongue. Lures invaders. No way, it's the Gank Squad item. Oh my god, no way. Oh. It allows your world to be invaded without any Frilled Finger cooperators present. Interesting. So never mind. The game is already designed with ganking. So you can only invade normally people who have co-op summons? It sounds like. So this is like the... Enables the arrival of a second invader to join when a cooperator is present. Oh, wow. So this is the Dried Fingers item. It kind of sounds like you can only be invaded if people are co-oping with you. What? Did that door open? After I beat the guy? And we can't go through this door, yeah? Return to entrance. Entrance of what? We're just in the round table hold. It's probably going to take us to the middle, the table. Oh, it brought us up here. Okie dokie. Well, Ash's girl. I would really like to track her down. So is she back at the Storm Shack? Wait a second. How come the Grace is still leading us this way? Why is it leading us this way? Aren't we done with that already? And then the Grace is leading us that way, and that down that way. It's true that I have yet to finish what's going on down here in the castle. But did we not finish what we needed over here yet? That's confusing, I must say. She is back. Will you...
A pleasure to see you. Did you give the little chrysalids the message?
I actually have a reply.
And that despite my craven heart, I'm sure I'll be joining their club soon enough.
Why would you? I've already defeated Godric.
What's this? A keepsake? From my men? Oh, goodness me. I can't...
Hopefully she'll carry on now, instead of giving up.
They all believed in me. They all thought I'd make something of myself. Me, who can't do anything. I think I'll head to the round table hold. Perhaps I'll find my purpose there.
Oh my goodness, she's so cagey. It's so difficult to just get her to do what she's supposed to do in the game. Every time I try, something's going on, some sort of drama. Obviously, you know, mental health is a serious thing, and I shouldn't get annoyed at her. I just, you know, I need to give her support.
I think
and,
I'll head to the round. Perhaps I'll...
you know, maybe now she will actually be of use. Because she's, like, whining about, you know, not having use, but she does. She has the ability to upgrade ashes. She's just, you know, it's really hard to get her to do it. So let's see now. Is she here? Of course she isn't. Of course. Do you have anything to say?
Well, I took you for no matter. Lay out your arms then.
Lay out your arms. Yes, he
The
does.
girly boy here. She's crestfallen and can scarcely swing a blade.
Well, that's not really her
But she
strength.
has a gift. For
Exactly.
spirit. I saw another one. Their eyes share the same.
I think I've heard that before, honestly. So where is she? He says that I brought her here. There she is. Oh my goodness.
Greetings.
Did I just not see her, or did she just
Nice
appear?
to see you again. My name is Rodham. Isn't this place the round table hold? Covert. I never knew the
I've
Golden
I've
Age.
seen all this already.
I'm still looking.
Man, so when I told her what the blacksmith said last time, she just stopped functioning. So do I not tell her? I assumed the right answer would be to tell her she's got maybe we can do okay, so I have to tell her. Great.
It was as if you have my...
It's the illusion. Oh,
It's all a bit... I'm still looking for my own
oh, I do have to tell her. But she also gave us a gold seed, which is the third one. We can upgrade our flasks. I didn't mean to skip her dialogue there. I just assumed it would be the same thing.
You're telling me I possess... I don't believe... If I do have this talent, I suppose I should try to hone it. I'll ask Master Hugh to...
Master Hugh to teach me.
Intimidating, and I know he's trapped here. I can tell.
So Master Hugh is the blacksmith. That's who he is. So hang on. Let's just upgrade our flasks real quick. I don't suppose I've gotten... no sacred tier. Finally. How many do we have now? We just got one more. Boo. Let's do... healing? I'll just have one more healing. For 7. And we can talk to Master Hugh.
Well, I took you've no man to lay out your arm. The girl.
Would you watch over her? Sure.
Are you out of your mind? Who'd stay with an ugly brute who only knows how to smith?
This guy is so sad.
Absurd. Besides, she'd never agree to it.
Oh, they're both so sad. This is making me really sad for them. It's what she wants, dude.
I refuse to believe it. I don't doubt you, but I know when something's too good to be true.
Oh, dude, you're breaking my heart. You're breaking my heart. Let me go talk to her again. Hey, that guy's dual-wielding great swords, just like me. He knows what's up. Wrong way.
If I do have a talent for spirit tuning, then I suppose I should try to hone it, shouldn't I? I'll ask Master Hugh.
Ah, he doesn't believe her. He doesn't believe her. This is a weird interaction.
Back already, no matter.
Grr. I still can't do anything with that. All right, I'll come back later. Fine. Let's go over here. To the castle. Because I would like to see if perhaps we can do something with this Morn guy. The last we saw him, he was, you know, mourning his daughter. Mourning. And he said he was gonna go get his revenge, but I haven't been able to find him since then. I do wonder about this dragon arm. Where is it? Oh my god. So what do I do with this? How does this work, I wonder? I really want to find the guy first. I don't want to, like, alert all of these enemies, you know? Dogs are the worst. Just being able to attack faster than you can? Not a fan. Man, the corpse pile got in my way for a bit there. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. These things are really obnoxious. They've got a lot of, like, really good chasing attacks that have good tracking. So they're very hard to avoid and run away from. Oh, God. Oh, see what I mean? Oh, you get more than one, and then they just stun lock you to death. I'm seething already. They just make me so mad. Like, easy enemies that gang up on you and just mess you up. Like, what could I do there? Just not exist. Just not be there. Just not be anywhere near them. That seems to be the solution. No, he's not there. Is he outside, maybe? don't see him over there either. It's concerning to me, like, where could he be? I'm gonna look through this whole castle in case he's here somewhere, you know? Maybe he's, like, fighting them somewhere in one of the many areas. Maybe he's in the boss room where the Lionel thing was. Lionel Johnson boss. Wonder what this dragon upgrades with. Probably the somber smithing stone, but you never know. Here we go again. Oh. Jumping attacks seem to work really well on the dogs, but yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna try just running past these again and see if I can pull only one or two. They do a oh god, I'm gonna die. They do such a significant amount of damage, too. Holy cow. Holy cow. Go away. Yeesh. Yeah, sick of those guys. Just really just don't want to mess with them anymore. The quicker we can find this more night, the better. This would be a good time to test this, though. Whoa. Okay, so the initial hit from the fire does a ton of damage. And then look, I just smacked him into the fire. This is pretty good, this dragon thing. Right? I approve. Godslayer seal. Stick that back on. Oh, I forgot to turn the volume back down a tad. Not too much, though. Oh, that used a lot of FP, didn't it? Bear witness! 20 FP for that. Oh gosh. Well, he's not here. Maybe we can spot him from up here, maybe. I should probably check this side. Maybe he's come back. Maybe he's returned to his tower, you know? I did check the tower before, but... Good, it killed him in one hit. I don't have a shield to deal with these guys, so I need to just rush in, I think. Oh! Oh! Nope. Nope. Missing. Still missing. Here we go. Still? Get down here. Really? Man, a lot of people wear those imp heads. They're so ugly, though. I guess that's the price you pay if you want to get the stat boost. No, he's not here. What the hell? Let's go over here. The Moan Grave. The Moan Grave. Where could this guy be? Like, did I miss out on his quest line somehow? He's just disappeared. I thought for sure that, you know, we could do something with him, but yeah, he's just not here. All right, well, moving on. That bugs me. It really does. I'm hoping that what's happening here is he's just going to show up later in some other place. Oh, that also reminds me. There's one other thing that I did. I've got these prophecies. So I did accidentally touch the picture with my other character, with Saito, without thinking. And it's not a transporter. I just thought that because of the painted world. What it is it actually gives you something called a prophecy. So I've got two here. Homing Instinct, this is the one from the castle. Basically, if you go to the location painted, then something happens. And I know exactly where that is. The other one, I'm less sure about. This is from the artist's shack. And I'm less sure about exactly where this is. But I do know what that is. That's the beach that is behind, you know, near the waterfall, behind where you start the game in Limgrave. I just don't know what specific part of this painting I'm supposed to be. Like, where specifically. So I'll just have to check, like, all of that, I guess. Oh, while I'm here, let's test something out. So I'm gonna go... not Great Runes. Ashes of War. If we equip... Which one's in my right hand? Is it this one? I think it's this one. If we equip one of these... Wait, is this equipped to something? Knight's Magic Greatsword. It says it's equipped to something. Is it equipped to the rapier? Hang on. I never checked this rapier out. Oh, it's got Glintblade Phalanx, which is just a whole nother thing. Cool. Undo enchantment. So now we've got multiple cool sorcery things going on here. Let's equip this one. Carrion Greatsword. And of course, we're just going to make it not magic, but something else. It doesn't really matter for testing purposes. We can make it heavy. And I think that's the highest value. 6. It doesn't really matter. I'll make it quality. So now we've got a quality magic sword. But now I need to test the damage on something. Well, what does it look like, first of all? Alright, that's what it looks like. Let's go test the damage. I think it needs to be something that's not just going to die in one hit. Because I think if you just kill it in one hit, the damage number just represents the damage that you did. I mean, the health bar of the creature. I'm not sure. Hang on. Do the enemies here respawn? Maybe this is where I can do it. Is that big ball thing here? It is here. Okay. So let's test it on this. 55. Alright, cool. So that did 55. Not much, because I assume that thing is resistant to magic, right? Since it casts magic itself. So now what I'm really curious about is if I raise my stats. Actually, I can test this without having to equip a Great Rune. All I gotta do is equip this thing. Oh, it doesn't raise all my stats, just base attributes, so it doesn't raise intelligence. But the Great Rune raises my intelligence. Alright, let's see if the weapon art does more damage. If it does less, which is what I'm hoping for, then that opens up a lot more options. Where is it? Oh, there's an item here I missed. Oh, it doesn't seem to matter, though. 56? Really? Or was that just counter damage? 57. I feel like that might just be counter damage. I'm a little bit confused now on whether or not that made a difference. I need to get a good line on him. without everybody messing with me and without it shooting. Oh my god. Oh, you've got some serious hyper armor on that. Can you guys piss off? Is that okay? Would that be alright with you? Oh gosh, I'm probably gonna die here too. Oh great. Well, the testing is not going well. This is a nuisance. I don't know whether it scales or not. I can't tell, because it only went up by like 1 point. Go away. I'm gonna have to just kill these things, or else I'm never gonna get a good test. Oop, I accidentally hit the ball. Go away. Get out of here. Stop that. Alright, now I will wait for the meteors. Let's see. 56. Alright, I'm not sure that it does scale. You know? It's still really difficult to tell because the first time I hit it, it wasn't moving. So maybe that extra point of damage from 55 to 56, it could be scaling, right? Could be. Or what it could be is just counter damage. It was only 1 point though, only 1 point of scaling. I wonder. So now we got this thing going on, right? So we can do this. We can actually do sorceries. But how much damage does it do? I'm really curious, because this is like a way we can somehow do sorcery without even being a sorcerer character. Let's just see on one of these guys. Oh, it does enough. That did 280, but that just might be the health of the creature. I'm still not 100% sure how this works. But let's see here. It doesn't have much range, right? Yeah, it has no range. It's a melee range spell. Wow, that did a lot of damage. What the fuck? It does more damage than my sword. Okay, that did less damage. But this is really interesting. It kind of seems like we can have magic swords without being a sorcerer. Fascinating. Really, it is fascinating. Alright, let me test out the other one. Let me test out the other magic ones, just to see what they look like. I don't know if I'm going to use them, because they don't seem as useful as my buff. But I want to see what they look like, especially the spinning one. Okay, so there's Phalanx. Whoops, I made it magic. Not that it matters for the test. And then where's the spinning one? Oh, I can't use it on this weapon. All right, what's a weapon that I can use it on? Probably like a stave. Maybe I can use it on an axe. Where's a good axe I can use? Let's do this one. Yeah, I can. Looks like making it heavy is the best option there. Alright, cool. So let's see. There's the Phalanx. Let's switch this to the axe. My axe. Ha! Look at that. I can use the Phalanx spell without even being a sorcerer. Wow. Look at that exploit. Man, why would you ever be a sorcerer? It just doesn't seem as good as being a melee character and just being able to take advantage of this anyway. Right? Like, and does it last forever? That is so good. Alright, now we can test out the other one. Come on. It's a vacuum cleaner. It's a blender. I don't know why I said vacuum cleaner, but there you go. The blender attack. This is nuts. I can be a spell sword without even investing in intelligence. I'm a dumb spell sword. An idiot sorcerer. There we go. I've broken them all. Alright, well, back to whatever else I was doing here. I'll re-equip my Sacred Vow. Or do I need to? I've got the Great Rune equipped. Shouldn't I be able to use... Yeah. Enhanced right-hand armament. Enchanted right-hand armament with holy damage. Okay. So I could do that. The tail, surprisingly, I don't like it very much. Because I was thinking that I could use it in combination with melee combat. It's just not fast enough, unfortunately. Throws a fireball of black fire. Do I want to do this? I could do poison weapon. I don't know. I feel like I really like the bestial sling. I really like that one. I'm going to put that one on. I've also got this lightning strike one, which costs quite a bit of FP. But that's good too. And then I don't need healing. Let's maybe switch to Frenzy. No, do I need Frenzy when I've got the healing one? The lightning one? I don't think so. Let's instead go to... Hang on. Alleviates poison buildup and cures poison, but does it cure Scarlet Rot? I don't think so. That's what I would assume. Let's maybe do magic fortification or something like that. Just, you know... we'll stick the tail one on. Why not? We'll stick it on. Let's do it. Alright, now that I've got my Great Rune equipped, though, I'm curious if I can wear, like, heavier armor. There's a lot of just fiddling around in this stream, but it's alright. We're gonna get into some fighting soon enough. Obviously, this is not gonna be... Yeah, that's gonna be heavy load. I forget. It tells me in the menu I don't need to do anything else. Also, I should switch over to my better seal. I need more basic smithing stone, actually, in order to upgrade my seals. I'm all out. Alright, so now, let's go and put this on. No, not quite. Still heavy load. What is it gonna take, eh? What is it gonna take? Oh, that is all it takes. I can just put this on, and now I'm medium load. There we go. Now I've got heavier armor. I'll take less damage. I've got poise, right? What's my poise? I can't see it. 48. I have 48 poise. I think that's the most poise I've ever had in this game. Can I wear, like, a hat or something? Heavy, 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 heavy. Also heavy. Heavy, 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 heavy. Okay, no, I cannot. I definitely cannot. Wait, not even the imped, because it raises endurance? Nope, definitely not. Maybe if I equipped this, I could, because that raises... No, it only raises it by 0.8. That's nothing. Worthless. But that's fair. Alright, I think I'm going to rock this. I'm looking cool. I look like a legit knight. One of the interesting things to note is that this equipment says it's altered, right? So I thought, what does the unaltered version look like? However, I'm not able to affect it in any way. Like if I go and I try to alter this garment, it doesn't appear on the list of things that I can alter. So I wonder how you get the unaltered version of this, if it even exists. It's just something strange to note. Alright, so now what I shall do is I'm curious to see, before doing anything else, I've been putting this off. No, wait, let's do the paintings first. Paintings first, and then I'll come back and do what I was gonna... Because there's a chest, the transporter trap right here. The Tower of Return. So that's what I want to do. But we might as well go... I think here? Where's the closest thing? I think this is it. I think this is the closest one. Might as well go check out these paintings, you know? See what happens. There should be like a grave site very close to here. I think in this direction. Trying to avoid aggroing the bats. Here it is. Aha! What? Oh, he just gives me an item. Just straight up. Just gives me an item. Incantation Scarab. Scarab. What have we got? It's gonna boost my incantations. Wait. No, it doesn't. It does something else. It's an item. I don't see it in here. What on earth is this thing? Oh, is it like a seal? No. It's a headpiece. What? Slightly reduces the FP cost of incantations, but increases damage taken. Ooh. Ooh. By how much? I doubt I can wear it anyway. Yeah, I'm heavy. It weighs 5.1. I need to raise my endurance a bit. And I need mind, and I need dex. And I need maybe a bit of intelligence as well. I need everything. Absolutely everything. If I put some points into arcane, I can use dragon magic. That would be cool. Yeah, because I have enough faith to use the dragon spells. I just need a bit more arcane, like one more point in arcane. And I can use the dragon magic. Incantation Scarab. It even increases my poise a little bit. What's it look like, though? No, come on. This is too dumb. I can't wear this. I can't wear this. I'll be the laughingstock of the entire Tarnished posse, the whole round table hold. They'll all be laughing at me. Come on. Fashion. Fashion! Alright, well now that that's done, what can we do over here? Also, we can talk to this NPC at the beginning, see if he has anything different to say. Game... Oh, he's gone! He's not even here! Where did he go? Ah... Find yourself maidenless? Off to Liurnia with you, then. Seek the Rose Church west of the Gate Town. West of the Gate Town. The Rose Church. Bravo, bravo. Alright. He left us a clap. I actually really like that clap. Let me put that on somewhere. Let's put it on in place of maybe the bow. Yes, yes. Well done. Well done. Very good. Alright, let's see if we can't figure out where this portrait is going to be. Should be a pretty unique item, I imagine. I don't see it over here. Maybe it's down there that I have to go. Just barely made it. Oh god. I survived. I don't see it over here. The portrait's really vague, isn't it? Super vague. Where I'm actually supposed to be.
Look, I don't want it.
He doesn't want any trouble. Why would I be trouble? Come on, come on, don't just scratch your butt. There we go. Maybe it's up here? I'm sure that I can get up here. Huh. I'm looking at it, you know? I'm looking. Oh, the landscape's seen. Oh. So if we were to be looking this way, then we must need to go over there. What a cool puzzle that was, huh? All right, I get it. So we're probably gonna need to go over to this rock. Or maybe down this way? I don't know, this doesn't look right anymore. Yeah, this doesn't look right. Rats. I think I know my mistake. I need to be... maybe over there. This is difficult. This is a bit more difficult than I was anticipating. Work of a wandering artist, reminiscent of a painting titled Prophecy. And this one's called Homing Instinct. It almost looks like he's in the air looking down at this thing. So maybe he's over there. Which would be... here is the closest. I don't know, man. I don't know if this is gonna work. Church of Pilgrimage. Maybe he's down there. Oh. Oh, I died? Come on. Look at that, though. There's like a little posse. There's some items there that I've missed. Okay. Man, the fall damage. It's hard to predict. Hard to predict when you're gonna die. Well, I barely have any runes to lose. Oh. Okay, I need to get down there the safe way. Oh, here he is. Great. Ooh, we got a new Ash. Warhawk. Warhawk. That's cool. Summons a Warhawk spirit. Oh, it's one of these things. They breathe fire and they've got the blade feet. By the way, on Saito, I actually got a weapon drop from them. They do drop a weapon, and it's essentially a super light sword. It only weighs 3, so it's a perfect weapon if you're gonna go for like a lightweight build to take advantage of that one talisman, which I don't have on this character, but it's like the blue spirit talisman. So just something to note there. A very light weapon. Not as light as a dagger, but it does a lot more damage. Spirit of a Stormveil Warhawk, the talons of which have been sliced off, so that the razor-fine swords could be grafted in their place, so that it was Godric who did that. With its lord vanquished and its wings wounded, the hawk perished as it solemnly gazed at its former home. The storm is a Warhawk's cradle. Pretty cool. It only costs 52. That's kind of a lot, actually. Now that we've finally done that, let's go check out this transporter chest. See where this leads. It's the only transporter chest I have not gone into yet. Oh, I forgot to get those items. Whoops. Whoops. I should at least go get those items, right? Who knows? Maybe it's something good. Yeah, yeah. Is this the right way? Oh yeah, we're good. Oh, that hurt me. Ouch. Ha! On guard. Wait a second. Oh, I died and I lost my Great Rune thing. Damn. I died. Well, back to the Exile set. I don't need this anymore. But can I wear the Scarab thing? And boost my incantation FP thing? And then I'll take this off and see if I can roll. I can't. Okay. So we'll put that on. And then I'll put jump attacks on, maybe. And now I can fast roll, and I've got my stupid scarab hat. Bewitching Branch. Oh, okay. Is this what I think it is? Is this like rapport? It's an item, right? It's not reusable. And yeah, it uses FP to charm pierced enemy. 14. Not that bad. Okay. Carrying on. I'll wear the Scarab hat, you know, I mean, it's really useful because I don't have much FP to work with. I've only got like 80. Oh, and now I can't use Order of Blade. Whoops, so let's switch that around. Do I have the correct ashes? No, I don't. Ooh, I forgot to switch that too. So let's go. I think heavy was what I was rocking. Heavy. Heavy. And then we'll need to get rid of this, and we'll put back on maybe the Black Flame. I actually don't like the Black Flame that much. So while it's a good buff, like it doesn't cost much, it's you know, solid. It's the same amount of a buff as my holy buff. The problem is that it doesn't last very long. Like you may have seen in that NPC fight, it barely lasts any time at all. So I'll equip it in case I want to use it. It's not very good, is it? But then again, I might want something like Cure Poison or Poison Blade. Maybe I'll do Poison Blade just for the hell of it. Poison Blade, we've got Bestial Sling, we've got the tail attack. I don't know about that. We can bring darkness. We can bring darkness along. See how that goes for us. Sure, let's go with that. My God, this stupid scarab beetle hat. It looks so ridiculous. I don't think I'm gonna wear this. I don't think I can do it, you know? Instead, let's do that and get rid of the scarab hat. I mean, I'm not using my incantations that much anyway. I am an indecisive person, aren't I? Alright, we've been here before. Cool. Yoink. Yoink. Ride, Torrent! Ride! Ooh, let's take this guy out. Hang on. Whoa, that was fast. He buffed himself. Heh. Plink! Somebody shooting me from somewhere? Ow! Yep. Forgot about that. I actually think I need stamina more than anything else. So I'm going to switch this to stamina. How much does this raise it? Not enough. So we'll go stamina recovery speed. Nah, I'll go increase, because what I want is to be able to combo more. So we'll do increased stamina. Where are we gonna go? What? This is not what I expected at all. Oh my god. Listen to the music. Hello? Hall of Statues? There's a big Colosseum over there. Wow, look at this. This is like the Anor Londo of the game. There's a dragon made of stone, which it did say that's what the dragons were made of. It's got multiple arms too. They did say at one point like that's what the ancient dragons were made of, stone. Likely dragon, yeah, thank you. You guys trying to jump down or what? Or maybe they're trying to jump up. Oh, he tried to jump over there. I see. Yeah, I completely forget about jumping very often. What's gonna happen here, eh? Alright, well, we can teleport away now, because we've got a Site of Grace. We can come back if we want, very easily. This is just very confusing. Like, why would we get teleported to the very end of the game? Speedrun. You gonna come to life? Of course you are. Why wouldn't you? Oh, he's strong. Uh-oh. Is he gonna pull it out, too? Yep. He's so strong. What's he doing now? Fall off, please. Down he goes. Is he gonna fall off? What is this? I can't even hit him. Like, clearly, he's being prevented from falling off, but he's as close as he can possibly get right now. Oh, shit! Whoa, I'm gonna fall. Health. Is he going down? No, he's not. He's breathing fire underneath his feet. Yeah! Now he goes down. Alright, let's see if we can get that visceral, that critical. It's really hard to get off of the, like the habit of saying visceral attack from Bloodborne. Surprisingly, so. Is he going down again? No. He's alright. He's still alive. Hang on, how do you do the, Oh, backstep attack is the thrust. Yeah, I need to keep that in mind, because it's good for counterattacks. Liar ahead. Oh, we can go down there. Wait, or can we? No, that looks like death. It's made to look like you can jump down. Did we get anything for that? Just some souls? Oh, there's a chest. Aha. Give me that. Give me that chest. Somebody put a message inside the chest. That's pretty funny. Blessed Dew Talisman. Hang on, I want to praise this message. That actually deserves... That was pretty funny that he put it inside the chest. I like that. Although his message wasn't as good as some other things you could have said. It was a talisman. Slowly restores HP. That's so good. This is one of the best ones in the game. Because you can just throw this on when you're exploring and then regen your HP. Then you can just take it off in battle. How easy. And look, it's right next to my my stamina one, so I can just switch it back and forth as much as I want. This is great. It was once thought that the blessed sap of the Erd tree would drip from its boughs forever. But that age of plenty swiftly came to a close, and with time, the Erd tree became more an object of faith. It's basically useless now, isn't it? Useless. Oh, teleporter. There's more. I thought this was going to be the end, but... Wait, it's not activated. You don't have the right. Wait, what does it say? Cannot be used now. So we have to activate the teleporters in this place somehow. I bet when we come here later in the game, we'll be able to activate the teleporters in the area. Look how close we are to the Erd Tree. My. Look, we can even see the entrance. Most likely to the final boss. Or just the ending of the game. The final boss might be right before the Erd Tree. And then to end the game, you go in there and unite the Elden Ring. Unite the shards. Wait, we can't teleport? Why? I don't understand. How else am I supposed to get out of here? Alright, I've rested. I have rested. Can I now teleport? I can. Okay, so it was just in that area. Off to the side there. Well, in that case, I think I'd actually like to go north. Let's go here. Should I buy more stone sword keys? How many do I have? I've got 3. Alright, hang on. Let's go back to the round table. I want to buy some stone sword keys, so I'm very well prepared in case anything comes up. I can use them. Is the Ash Girl here? Nope, she's gone. Of course she is. Maybe she's over by Master Hugh. Oh! Oh, yes she is! Oh my god, finally!
Well, I took youth no man to lay out your arms.
What do you have to say about it?
I spoke with the girl.
Yes!
She has a gift for spirit tuning. So I told her everything I know. I'm indebted to a spirit tuner I met long ago. It was all I could do to honor her.
So when he was talking about her, he wasn't talking about Queen Marika. He was talking about this person. This person who was good at spirit tuning that he knew long ago. Yeah.
Good to see you again. Thank you very much. I have you to thank, don't I? For persuading Master Hugh. I can happily announce that he has taught me the noble toil of spirit tuning.
Noble toil. I want to refer to my job like that.
But if I might be able to help you all, I'd certainly like to try. And if there's any chance to ease the suffering of my dear men who were grafted, well, I certainly must try. Roderica, the spirit tuner apprentice. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Pleased to make yours. I'm so much happier now. Like both Merg or Hugh, yeah, both Master Hugh and Roderica, you know, seem like in a better place. Like they found their purpose. They were really starting to make me sad for them. At first I was annoyed, but then I was just plain sad. What? Oh right, she upgrades things. Ooh, this is like a special one. So these are the normal ones, but then this one is special. Cool. Alright, I'm not really using ashes with this character, but it's just good to know how this is done. So I will definitely, you know, have Saito give this person a visit and upgrade some ash. I've got a ton of that glovewort stuff. Alright, what else did I want to do? Right, buy keys. Buy keys. Let's go buy the keys. Over here. You don't have anything to say, do you? No? So he's just the bodyguard for, you know, Ofnir. That's his thing. That's what he does. Stone sword keys. We'll buy both. There we go. Now we've got 5. Just in case that comes into handy. I think now what I'll need to do is go here and ride north. I thought that I'd already explored this area with Sigismund, but I must have gone there with Saito instead. It's sometimes hard to remember what I've done with which character. But so far, like, Sigismund is my favorite character at the moment. But Saito is the one that's experimenting with the ashes and stuff, so I still want to play along and kill NPCs with him and see what happens if I do different variations of quests. All that good stuff. So I'll still do that. But I think Sigismund is going to be the one that I experience the new stuff with from now on, perhaps. And then Saito will be my follow-up character, where I explore it very thoroughly, I take my time, just to see if there's anything that I missed. Wait, this is not how I get there. I need to go up to the bridge. Oh, here it is. Does this lady say anything different? I need to kill this lady with Saito, I just realized. She says the same thing. I'm out of here. You bore me, lady. Yep, I haven't gone this way yet. There's an item. Ah, it's a cookbook. Indeed. Oh, get up there. You know what? I might be able to get a sacred tear up ahead then, because I've never been here with this character. That would be fantastic to get a sacred tear. How much health do I have? I just need to level up so much right now. Like, it's really difficult to be like, oh man, what do I get first? I need everything. Interesting. One of the wolves took a lot more damage than the other, but I thought they were hit with the same attack. So that's very curious to me. Site of Grace should be around here somewhere. There we go. Liurnia of the Lakes. So the reason I want to come here is because I've dipped my toes into it with my sorceress character, and I wasn't able to get very far. So what I'm hoping is to see what's here, to see what's available, so that I know what I can run to and what I can skip to develop my sorceress. Since a lot of it's kind of hard. Where's this door? There should be... Was that it? Yeah. Alright, so I might as well go grab what's in here, and I'll give it to the maiden. I haven't done that yet, either. Here we go. Shivery Grape. Let's give this to the maiden and see what she says. The Finger Maiden. I completely forgot about this. It's been ages since I first found it. Can I not talk to her? What? It won't let me talk to her. To the maiden. Oh, this guy's here, though.
Good to see you. You helped me. Please, allow me to... I'm happy.
Yes, he doesn't... I'm gonna unalter this. There we go.
Master, do you ever... I don't... I am your... Oh, go...
I'm out of here, buddy. Oh, if I'm ever too fast at trying to get on my horse, he doesn't do it. You gotta give it time. Sacred Tear. And then this guy.
Your Tannen, believe it or not, for a
Believe it or not. Believe it or not,
you're a
I'm
true
walking on air.
only.
Never thought I would feel so free. Alright, time for exploring. I do wonder if we're going to be able to access that. So here's something that really bothers me as well. I searched all through Stormville Castle, and I was never once able to figure out how to get to the bottom level of that tower. There's a bottom level with a lift that's all the way at the bottom, and I couldn't figure out how to get there. But there must be a way. There has to be. It's like right over here. Right over here. This is the tower. And I could not find a single way to get down there. And I'm like, man, like what, how? I don't understand it. So I don't know. Hopefully I'll figure that out someday. Someday, somehow. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, let's carry on. Oh, another thing that I need to do is look at that statue in the basement. I'll do that later, since I'm already here. hang on a second. I'd like to craft a few of these, I think. There we go. And then do I want any of these? I've already got a few of those. Poison, bleed. I've tested this blood grease, and it's just not that effective on a non-bleed weapon. Very much like previous games, you know. Script stone reveals more messages from other worlds. Interesting. There's gonna be a bunch of undead over here. Do they fall from the tree? Oh, they do. Ouch. Yep. I'm not gonna bother with these hooligans. They don't really give enough in the way of rewards. But I do want the items. Oh, Academy Scroll. I forgot that that's where you get that. I did find that with my Sorceress character. I don't remember what it gives you, though. Honestly. Oh, hang on. I forgot to use my Sacred Tear. It doesn't matter. My flasks right now, like, they restore pretty much all of my health, regardless. Floating skull over there. Which way do I go here? Oh, also, where's the map? I want to make sure that I mark that. Oh, it's way over here. Let me mark right at the bottom of it, I bet. No. Like that, maybe. I can tell where it is. Look, I can see it, too. It's over there. Alright, I need to figure out how to get down from here. Oh, it looks like there's a way down over there. There should also be a way over here, no? Yeah, it seems like I can maybe jump over there. And then down. Cool. It is dark. Alright, we've got a camp up ahead. Looks like maybe a dead end over here. I can jump onto that pillar, though. Not that it would help me much. Oh, cool. I can use an ash. Like, just for fun. Just for fun. Let's use this ash. It's not upgraded or anything, but I just want to see what it does. Yay! Warhawk. Oh, I killed him. Sorry, Warhawk. I wanted to see what you could do. But I killed him too quickly. Oh, good. Now it's taking those guys out. Actually, unupgraded is doing some decent damage. If I were to upgrade it, it would be really good, I bet. Oh, you're throwing magic pots. Oh, it's a glintstone shard. That's what he just threw at me. Glintstone shard. Indeed. Oh, there's another one. Dual wielding weapons in this game is so cool. Okay, now we can make glintstone shards, probably. There's an item inside that hut? How do I get to it? Probably yeah. Smoldering butterfly times 6. Actually useful, because I can make flame grease with it. Wow, the map is way over there. It doesn't look that far from here, actually. Yeah, this character is appropriately leveled for this area. When I came here with my sorceress, I was having some trouble. Oh, there's a merchant. Let me use this opportunity to use my Sacred Tear.
You're surprised, no matter. Why don't you? Oh, but don't ask me.
Crystal Dart, Spellproof Dried Liver. I mean, I do want it. I could just use a rune. Is it enough, though? Not quite. I need 5. Is there something that I can kill nearby? Oh, wait. Oh. What are you? You're new. New enemy type.
Ah, not.
Just in case I ever need magic protection, I've got that. And I assume I can stack that with my miracle that does the same thing. There's glintstone everywhere. Okay, cool. I can go get the map. It's right here. Oh god. They just killed me. What? Really? They killed me? Excuse me? They were strong, eh? That's surprising. They don't seem that strong. Maybe I just had really low health and I didn't notice. Oh my god. Okay, I see what's going on here. They've got multiple arms, and it seems like they hit you like 4 times at once. So their attack may not be that strong, but it just hits you so many times that it depletes your health bar right away. I'm gonna go on foot, just so it's easier to dodge. It's a bit slower, but it's safer too, I think. Ah, glintstone firefly. Damn it. They've got a really good distance closing attack there. I was gonna show off my lightning ability, but that's fine. Very often being fancy is just not the way to play, is it? Here we go, Liurnia East. So there's actually a Liurnia West as well that is a completely different thing. Man, this map is getting just bigger and bigger. I can't zoom out any further, though, so maybe this is the extent of the, like, the vertical part of the map. It will still get wider to the left and to the right, but yeah, I don't think there's going to be any more north or south expansion. Oh, it's nighttime, is it? Always hard to tell. The nighttime is pretty much just as bright as the daytime in some areas. Oh, these guys look a bit stronger. Does he see me? Oh. He's casting some sort of miracle thing. Or is that an ash summon? We've got a way up. Alright, I'll get on Torrent for a bit. I can just hop off if I run into trouble. Just a lot easier to explore this way. Oh. Or we can just do that, that's fine. I heard the bell. What's that? Is that a big one? Oh, it's one on horseback. Oh, wait. Are you an enemy? Alright, you are. I've seen this in the loading screens. Okay. What do you drop? Grave Violet. I still don't know what that's... Whoa! I don't know what that's for yet. Hello. Poison dudes. You're casting stuff now. Ouch. Torrent's in bad shape. I'll feed him a quick raisin. A couple raisins, in fact. Are they guarding something? look like it. I can't go into my map, which means... Oh, okay, there we go. I was gonna say, it must be in combat. The Laskiar Ruins. Oh boy. How many are gonna be popping up here? This looks like a trap. Oh geez, you look like the grafted Scion. Oh! To get rid of you. It just spit poison at me. I guess I need cure poison in this area, huh? Oh, gonna die. Gonna die. Whoops, I've got my swords on the wrong... No! Oh my god, those roll-catching, chasing attacks. Okay. It's pretty creepy. Look, it's even got, like, is that blood around its face, or is it a beard? I can't even tell. It looks like an ancient king. Or just a king, perhaps. I need to switch my swords around. I need my holy buff on the other sword. Wondrous Physique. Should I change this at all? Right now we've got it focusing on health. Boost fire attack. Yeah, I guess we're fine with this. Let's take this off and put on the cure poison. Just in case. Just in case there. And then... just as our go-to thing, I'll have Bestial Sling equipped. Yeah, I think that's appropriate. Do I want to have a buff on, just like this? It's actually, I really still want to really test if I can buff. Like, if I do this, can I buff my weapon? I can, which means I can double buff. Alright, so we'll show that off soon enough. To go get my runes back. Although on the way there, I should probably explore the right side a bit. There's a tower in the distance over there. Oh my Lanta. It's a giant lobster. A giant magic lobster. Of course there is. Let's skip on past that for now. Need to get my runes. These misty woods. They're very pretty. It's a site of grace here. Sure, I'll take it. Oh, great. No time for buffing, I guess. Oh, well, we got poisoned. Oh, fuck me. And I'm dead. Woo! I actually barely had any runes. Interestingly enough. I need to be quicker about killing that one that's in the middle, right near where the mini-boss shows up. I don't know why I missed. Like, that happens a lot. I'll do the jump attack facing it, and then somehow I'll turn and miss. And maybe I just need to be more careful about what I'm doing with my left thumb, eh? Or just lock on. Oh, I still missed. Die. Thank you. Oh, I forgot to change. No! Roll through. Ah, that was so fast. Roll through. I think rolling through and not back is the way to go. It's just really difficult. Oh no, now there's another thing over here. Get away. Oh, don't get poisoned. Gonna die, maybe? Alright, we're good. As long as I can get that heal off. These stupid things. Oh! Dead. Great. It's so erratic and aggressive. Obnoxious is another word for it. Ooh, an item. Ah. So we can make spell-proof stuff. Great. We can make Cuckoo Glintstone, produce a magic bolt. I wonder how strong that is. Oh, we need Crystal Bud for that. Widely found in Liurnia Lake. Yes, I know exactly where. Ah, freezing grease. That's pretty cool. I like that. And look, we can make these Shatter Shard arrows. Creates a resonating noise and impact. Oh, cool. So you can pull enemies. Mm-hmm. And the Stormwing arrows. I wonder where we got this from. Grace Mimic. Light shows the path, but without order. I still don't know exactly how that works. There's a couple options. You could use it as an invader to lure hosts to the wrong site of grace, maybe. Or maybe you use it when you're lost, and then you'll be able to see where the closest site of grace is. I think that latter one is more likely. Come on. I often will miss just because I accidentally don't jump far enough. Alright, I'll get the runes, but it don't really matter too much here. Hopefully we can... You kind of just have to spam roll to survive against this thing. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, what the hell? These attacks. They're so fast. I feel like I can't do anything at all. I was trying to roll as like, immediately upon getting up, and I was just getting hit before my character could roll. So those attacks are so fast, I don't know that you can avoid them. That's great. I've noticed a few of the bosses in this game as well will have attacks that, or combos that just seem completely unavoidable. So, I mean, if you're anywhere too close, you're just not going to be able to dodge it. You're just going to get Wombo comboed. And to be fair, that even the final boss of Dark Souls 3 had a Wombo combo like that. Even Gwyn does as well, but Gwyn's combo you can kind of dodge, I think. Come on. Still just Grave Violet. Oh, you're alive. Where? Oh god. Oh, poisoned. Fuck me. Can I do this? Nope. There's literally no time to cure poison. I've got cure poison, but what good is it gonna do me? There's no time to pull off a miracle. I need a miracle to win this fight. It's so weak. That's what gets me. I think I've discovered, because I've done a lot of difficult things in this game, right? I fought bosses that took me hours and hours and hours. And there's a big difference. Like, some of them frustrate me and some of them don't. And I think I know what it is. If I perceive an enemy or boss to be easy, and yet I keep on dying to something that I perceive to be unfair bullshit, I get really mad. But then, if the boss is really hard, but also, I know it's hard, like, it's supposed to be hard, and I feel that it's hard in a fair way, I don't get mad, I just, you know, it's more fun than anything else. So, just some of the attacks that you encounter in this world are more frustrating than others, right? That's basically what I'm getting at. And these super fast attacks, like, each follow-up is just, like, I was staggered! What am I supposed to do, you asshole? I was in the middle of my stagger animation, and I could not roll. I had already hit the dodge button well before he attacked me. But my character just stood there, going, ah, ooh, ow, I've been hurt. Yeah, I gotta figure something else out here. It's almost like I have to just be perfect and not get hit. So if I never get hit even once, then I can dodge the attacks, because they're not too fast as long as you don't get hit. It's the stagger animation that kills you. Oh, come on now. I think I'm missing the jump attacks a lot simply because I'm, like, not pressing forward when I jump. So I'm not jumping far enough. I think that's the trick there. So I need to lock on. Oh, now I jumped too far. Jesus Christ. I'll heal, but I'm gonna get hit immediately. Oh, cool. The poison attack is the easiest one to avoid. Okay, that charge attack is actually perfect. Also really easy to avoid. Alright. That bullshit! Wow, this enemy... It's like harder than the majority of the bosses in this game. It's so funny. I guess it is a Dark Souls game, because I feel like that's true for a lot of Dark Souls moments, where enemy mobs are often the most difficult part of the game. And some of the bosses will be really hard, but most of them are kind of easy because they're very telegraphed, and you only have to focus on one enemy. They tend to be very fair and not have crazy thrashing attacks like that. Because, especially bosses that are not optional. Like, this is an optional enemy. I don't have to do this, right? And so, FromSoft is like, sure, we can make it the most frustrating thing ever conceived by humankind. We can do that, because people who don't want to fight it will just not fight it. You know? It's optional. So they pull out all of the cards here. Whoa! Alright, I got out of it. Alright, I dodged that. That's good. Completely missed. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Poisoned. I can't navigate the menus, nor do I have time to do my incantation. So getting poisoned is also just a death sentence. So avoid getting hit at all costs, because it's RNG, like whether or not he does the follow-up that I can't avoid. There's unavoidable, like if he just attacks, does the single attacks, the lunging attacks, back to back, and you get hit by one, you're gonna get hit by all of the follow-ups, because you're in your stagger animation, there's just nothing you can do. If only there was a way to get out of the stagger animation. I wonder if you can like do like toggle escape in this game. Huh. We should try that. I don't remember exactly how toggle escape works. I think as soon as you get hit, you toggle your weapon off or something. So you go like that. As soon as you get hit, or there's like a frame. Not immediately after you get hit, but I could try it. Oh. Where is he? Oh. I can't see, or I can't move is what I mean to say. I was stuck in the wall. Oh! Should be right there. Oh, he does a double lunge. Alright, I'm learning. I'm learning his attacks a little bit here. I'm gonna die, though, if I don't get out. Wow, look at that distance that he just covered there. Yep, it's a double, I know. I can heal here, probably. Oh, poison. Oh, I'm poisoned. Well, I just have to live with that now. Dead. The poison's a really good combo for this moveset because it just gives you no time to heal it. I'm gonna equip my poison bolus on my bar, on my my item belt. See if, because if I can go, maybe do that, and let's craft a couple more. Lascar Ruins. I guess that's Raya Lucaria, right? Or Raya Lucaria, I think is how he said it. Rogue here. Raya Lucaria. Whoops. I jumped over him again. Alright, I need to switch my swords around, because I want my holy sword on the right hand. Missed. Missed. Okay. Nice. Oh, right, he does a double. Oh, and then he does that. Alright. I can get a jump attack, maybe? Nope. Need to heal. Probably good to be full health. Oh, I gotcha. Oh, you can interrupt that. Oh, gosh. No poison. No! Don't poison me! Screwed. I don't know if I have time to, there we go. Alright, that did work. Oh, shit! Now I'm poisoned again. He's gonna close the distance, and poison kills me. And there were people still shooting me from over there. This is a lot, man. This is a lot to deal with right now. I need to turn the volume down a bit, because he's, very screechy. I always forget. Feel free to remind me to turn the volume up or down for dialogue. Like, I want to turn it up for dialogue, and then down for... Hang on, do I have the voices as loud as they go? I don't. I don't. So what if I do that, and then I can turn it up a tiny bit? Because we actually want the music and the sound effects. Let's maybe turn those down to 3. And, I don't know. Let's see how that goes. We'll see how what that sounds like. Because I do want to hear the music, to be fair. I wonder if there's a better way to approach this. If I should maybe go around and kill the other ones, too. Oh, I missed. Come on! What am I doing with these jumps? Missed again. Where are you? Oh, God. Poisoned. Fuck me. Well, I'm already poisoned. It might just be better to do the fight poisoned rather than... Nope, but now I'm dead. Yeah, it might be better to just live with the poison, because it takes so much effort to cure the poison. It leaves you so vulnerable. We're gonna be here at every time of day. We're gonna get to see, like, all the variations of the lighting. Very nice. It is a beautiful area, I must say. Alright, or not. Yeah. What's my damage with these swords? 218? but it's pure physical, so it definitely does less than if I made him holy swords. But the idea is for me to double buff, so let's try this. Let's go. First of all, I'm gonna do this. Then I'm gonna do this. And then I'm gonna do this. No. This. Now look at that. Look at this. I'm gonna die, but I'm double buffed. Oh shit, that's the wrong thing. Fuck me. Now I've got double flame, but it's still pretty cool. Dead. Damn. It's really cool, but I have no time to do anything in this fight. Okay, clearly there's a reason why you're allowed to do Ash summoning here, right? It seems like that's very vital. So, sure. Let's equip an Ash summon. What is one that I can actually afford with the amount of FP that I have? I don't want to use all of my FP. How much do I have? 81? Probably the Hawk is the way to go, if I had to guess. But then, yeah, I don't know. Let's, I think these skeletons would be the most useful. I haven't shown this off yet, but the really cool thing about the skeletal militiamen ashes is that they resurrect. So it works just like the skeletons in the game, where once they die, they slowly come back to life, and they need to be hit again to permanently die. However, the AI in the game ignores them. It's not smart enough to actually go and actively destroy the resurrecting skeletons. So it's this really cool thing where if you can draw whatever you're fighting away from the corpses, these skeletal militiamen will endlessly resurrect without you having to recast. So they're quite good. They might be my favorite Ash so far in the game, just because of that. Because one of the main things to do that Ashes are useful for is just drawing enemy aggro, giving you time to breathe a bit. And that's kind of what I need in this fight, isn't it? There we go. What? You got a hit on me? What? Okay, let's try this again. I'm gonna summon the ashes first. Wait, did I forget to equip it? Summon the ashes. Then I'll do this. And then I'll buff. Take it off of the buff. And then do this. And then... Alright, oh! I'm scared. Where is it? Alright, then we'll do this. What, that didn't work? Oh, I'm out of FP. Oh, they're already dead. Well, that didn't really help me much at all, did it? Because I was dicking around with the buffs, and I'm dead. I don't think I have time to mess around with buffs. It doesn't seem viable. There's hardly time to do anything. Hardly time to think, hardly time to study the moves. This is really interesting, because Elden Ring, sometimes, with some of the enemy movesets, they're just as fast as a Bloodborne enemy. In this case, even faster. This is the fastest enemy I think I've ever faced in any Soulsborne game. But at the same time, you're not any faster than Dark Souls 3, so we're not playing at Bloodborne speeds. We're playing at Dark Souls 3 speed, but with a... I mean, we're playing... The character is playing at Dark Souls 3 speed. But then some of the enemies are playing at Bloodborne speed, so they're just faster than you, aren't they? That's what made Bloodborne really hard sometimes, is that enemies were just faster than you. And so you almost had to, like... You had to memorize their moveset, or you never had a chance. You can't just reaction dodge. You had to just know what they were gonna do, like, at all times. Oh god, no, the poison! Alright, those guys are almost dead. Oh, I'm almost dead. Let me see if I can't do this. They're dead. The question is, does the poison actually count as a hit? No, they're resurrecting. Heal. Oh, heal? Nope. There's no time. No time to heal, no time to do anything, really. Because even if I dodge that hit, it just turns like on a dime and then still attacks me. Wow, this is a nightmare. Because this is what's cool though is that even if I was like a ranged sorcerer build or something like that, or like an archery build, you would still struggle with this boss because it just flies across the map. Doesn't matter how far you are. You cannot outrange this thing. Come on. There's nothing that makes me feel more lame than just missing a jump attack. Like, oh boy, that was pathetic. Let us continue to summon the ashes, because I think they're helpful. I'm just dying so fast that it's hard to tell. And again, maybe buffing is helpful as well. I just die so quickly. Whoa. Alright. I've almost got him. Whoa. Whoa! Get out! Alright, the poison attack is nice. I got him. That was mostly luck. I'm not gonna say that I did that with skill. I absolutely did not. And the reward is not even worth it. That was complete luck. Like, I just got good RNG. He did multiple things that were easier to avoid than most. So yeah, I don't really feel good about that at all. I'll fight it again with Saito's character and maybe try to like spend more time actually learning how to dodge all that crap. For now, I'm just glad it's over. Okay, they didn't drop anything. There's another one. They just dropped Grave Violet, I think. That's it, really. I did see a teleporter. Is it active? Looks like it is active. Smithing Stone level 3. Trina Lily. Can I go inside this tower? No. Oh wait, what's this? Blood Rose. Okay. Sure, I'll take that. Where are we? I feel like I should turn back at this juncture. Ooh, another horseman. I'll kill this guy first, though. I haven't even seen what those guys do yet. Yeah, I'm gonna turn back, because there's this whole area down here that I haven't explored. But I know there's like a cave there. And I should go take care of that. Right, that's the site of Grace. Cool. Still learning the area, that's for sure. Oh, the lobster. Ooh. Alright, let's try my strats, you know? We're gonna mega buff my character and see how this goes. Oh man, he's running away though. Oh, but I need FP. Hang on. And then, yeah! Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah! The head takes a lot more damage than anything else. Need to dodge and heal. Oh, my buff wore off. My holy buff. I'm dead! Oh, you asshole! I mean, it's a really cool enemy. It's a lot more fun than the crab, that's for sure. Oh, he's actually missing a claw on his right hand. His right claw. Excuse me. I don't mean to be offensive to lobster kind. Where was that lobster? Alright, I can follow my runes. That will take me to the lobster. Yeah, I don't know if the double buff is worth it. Because it wears off really quickly. The holy buff. It looks super cool, though, doesn't it? I mostly wanted to do it because it looks cool. And sounds cool. I must be in combat. I can't use my map. Here's where I died. Where's the lobster? Oh, he's moving away. I'm not going to bother with buffing this time. I will, however, do this buff. For attack power and resistance. Whoa. Oh my god, that attack was insane. Oh, his claw gets stuck, so that's an attack opportunity. Oh, jeez. Is that a grab? I think that's a grab. This is proving a lot more difficult than it was the first try. He's showing off a lot more of his moveset here. Okay, the claw gets stuck though, and I can attack. Now I need to heal. Alright, that's fine. Maybe I can just pull off a, like a lightning strike or something to finish this. Grab. Lightning strike. It's so slow. Oh my Jesus. And I'm dead. That is so slow, that casting animation. Like, what good is it ever going to be in the game, ever, if you have to, like... You basically have to use it as a sniping tool. Because if the enemy's aware of you, they can easily stop your incantation. I don't know how I feel about the lightning strike. It's really good for clearing out a mob of, like... I think the situation to use it would be a mob of rats. Because the rats are typically very annoying. But if you can just cast the lightning strike on them before they start to mob you... Oh, geez. Wrong way. I think it would be really helpful. But in any sort of one-on-one fight where the enemy is aggro to you, they're just gonna gun you down really quick with that casting animation. Hopefully I can get the rune before the lobster. Actually, I don't think I have many runes to worry about. It doesn't aggro very easily, does it? Maybe I can test out the lightning thing then. Hang on. I wonder if I can... I'll do this, and maybe it'll buff my lightning strike too. Ah, that was pointless. Whoa! Water missile. That's a big improvement from the crab version. I need to heal. Dead. Oh man, this area seems more difficult than the Kaled area. I don't know if I want to be here. Maybe Kaled is better for me right now. Oh, I actually found out what those strange, like, stone pillars are all over the place. Those are the resurrection monuments. That's what they are. It's really not clear at all in the game. I thought they were marking bosses, but I've seen some where there are no bosses. One hit, and then I need to be ready to dodge, because this guy is no joke. Two hits on that is fine, really. Not even time to counterattack on that. Alright, I'm really close here. Probably should just be able to do a ranged attack on him. He gave me some flasks back, it looks like, or at least one. And he gave me a strip of white flesh. Not worth it. There's a way up to get over there. Wait a second. Oh, the bridge is broken, and that's the other side of the bridge. Okay. There should be a cave somewhere over here. And I'd like to do that cave. Just because I've already seen some of it. Mostly. Jellyfish. You guys guarding something? Ah, they're guarding the cave. Here it is. Now, I remember that this is like a poison cave. Probably also want a torch. Maybe not. We'll see how light it is in here. Rest up. Memorize spell. I'm going to remove the dark thing. Heals a small amount of HP. I think I want heal aid, actually. Or urgent heal, I should say. Just as like a slight extra thing that heals less than my flask. Did I upgrade this? No. On one of my characters, I upgraded it. Poison flower. Ah, cave moss. That's very valuable, actually. For making poison boluses. Hello. The bats are a bit tougher. Got poison sorcerers here. They're very weak, though. Ouch. They're just effective at poisoning you. Yeah, I'm poisoned. I know. I should probably heal. I'm dead. What's really, like, this is why I'm not bothering to like, Ember to rune up. I wonder what they call it in this game. To activate a rune arc. I'm just gonna die, aren't I? I die a lot in this game. There's no way that I'm gonna survive more than a minute. So it would just be a waste of my rune arcs. Let me try going down there. Yeah, there's actually a small area. Getting poisoned is just an inevitability, so let's just get to it. And we can get a visceral, maybe? Or not. Okay, these sorcerers are annoying. Oh, it's that guy! I forgot to kill him. So now he's just shooting me from above. Alright, let's leave this flower alone. Doesn't seem worth killing any of these guys, really. Oh. Oh! Gonna die! Gonna die! There's just poison everywhere. This is hilarious. Oh, Jesus. Alright, we need to take you guys out, because, oh man. Can I jump across that gap while they're shooting poison at me? I think I'll just get hit. Oh, jeez. Oh, look at the homing on that. This cave is deceptively difficult. Because you're just constantly poisoned, and good luck trying to avoid getting poisoned. And those things home in on you from really far away. They don't seem to ever expire. Interesting. This is just a whole stream of me dying over and over and over again. Alright, I need to hurry and get across before they start shooting. Because those poison missiles are going to, like, prevent me from landing my jump. Ooh, he buffed himself. Alright, I'll go take care of this guy. Is there anything else to do here? Yeah, there is. Okay. What's this? Ooh, budding cave moss. That's new. Oh, geez. They're gonna kill me, too. I feel like I don't have enough health anymore in this game. Budding cave moss. What is that gonna be for? It's pretty cool. Another bat over there. Alrighty. I'm confused now about which direction I came from. Crystal cave moss. All kinds of cave moss. I didn't know there were so many varieties. Many different species of the cave moss. There's more budding. Crystal. Some other... Oh, wow, this is deep, deep poison. Ooh, we got the sage set. Ugh! Get out! Just barely made it in time. Oh. I got poisoned by something. How? Was it the pollen? It was the pollen from the flowers? Where are they? Oh, this is where I came in? Okay. Ooh, I should probably do this. So that sage set is pretty cool. Let me take a look at that. I also want to come here and get this with my sorceress character. That would be nice. Sage robe. Is it light? It's not that light. Attire of the wise sages who were deemed heretical. Evidence that the wearer was driven from town. And he ended up here and died. That's a shame. Oh, it's one of these, like, more powerful bat things. So this is what poisoned me. For sure. It's doing some sort of poison. Serpent arrow. What on earth? What kind of arrow is this? Causes heavy poison buildup, so it's just a better poison arrow. Very nice. Resembles a flying snake. Oh, used in tandem with the serpent bow. There's a poison bow. That's really cool. That's actually super useful. I wonder if there's a bleed bow then. I would like a bleed bow, actually. I think I need to go this way. And then jump this gap. Yeah. Oh, another bat. Oh, actually, I fought this bat, apparently. Stake of Marika. What do you drop, eh? Oh, poisoned. What was that? weird. Yoink. Alright, the boss. Poison grease. Very good. I'm gonna go ahead and get my other sword on. Right, this guy. Let me see if I can get over to land to fight him. Whoa! Scarlet Rot? Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, I'm probably dead now. Because that's a really fast poison. Didn't even hit you. And then spears shoot out of the ground, and I'm dead. The Clean Rot Knight. Oh my goodness. This seems very hard, doesn't it? Alright, I think I need to just learn the attacks and avoid them. Because getting hit by the Scarlet Rot grab attack seems like a death sentence, for one. Oh, I can't see. Ugh. Hopefully I can just navigate there blind. I don't want to bother getting the torch out just to put it away. Ooh, I might as well pick up these flowers. They're useful for making poison grease. Oh no. Oh, I'm poisoned. Great. That's the Scarlet Rot attack. It doesn't have a ton of health. Need to be just extra careful about every time I'm in the poison. Oh, that was cool. He seemed to, like, absorb my attacks. No, never mind. It's like a shield bash, but by crossing his weapons instead. Spears come from the ground. There's the grab, basically. Yeah, block that. Exactly. Jump attack, and then one more. And he's gone. Okay, he wasn't that hard. He really scared me, because his moves seemed really difficult to dodge, and then we're surrounded by poison. And yeah, he made me nervous, that's for sure. So we get a talisman. Raises attack power with successive attacks. Ooh. How many runes did we get them for that guy? Not much. 3,300. That's actually, that sounds pretty good, really. So we enhance jump attacks, but then I wonder if this works with a dual weapon, you know, being taken into account. Depicting a raised prosthetic blade. An honor bestowed upon the knights who fought alongside Malenia the Severed. I see. Is Malenia one of our rune holders? Or ring holders, I should say. Raises attack power with successive attacks, blah blah blah. The wings symbolize Malenia and her undefeated prowess. Though she never knew relief from the accursed rot she was born into, her blade was forever beautiful and relentless. There's multiple people afflicted by rot in this game. Multiple big names. Didn't expect weak foe. Liar ahead. Huh. What? Huh? I'm confused by those messages. Just a little bit. It almost seems like there's supposed to be an NPC there, doesn't it? Judging by the messages, the liar ahead message in particular. Arteria leaf. Oh, it's another lobster. I'm just gonna leave him be. Thank you. Wow. That's super missile. Let's see if we can find that spout. Let's go up here. And yeah, let's actually try this out. See if I notice anything. What's with that music? That ambient noise. There's a stone troll over there. Should probably just go check that out. Didn't have time to recover. AoE, right? Jeez. $229, huh? I don't know how much it's raising my attack power here. I see the buff, but 229 just sounds like normal to me. 225. Okay, it's really small. The attack power increase. Very teeny tiny. Trespasser! It's a great spear. Requires 22 dexterity. I'm getting there. I'll get there at some point. It's a faith thing. Oh, tree spear. I read it as trespasser for some reason. Right? This is it, I assume. The thing that I just found. Strength, dex, and faith, which is exactly what my character is. Golden spear with tree-like design. Wielded by knights employed by palace guards in the royal capital of Lindau. Deals holy damage. Requires superior dexterity. It can perform consecutive thrust attacks despite its large size. And it has the Sacred Order. Perform a salute and grant the armament Holy Essence. Highly effective against those who live in death. Nice. So it's not just holy damage, but Holy Essence. Because I don't think that my Sacred Vow, or whatever it is, my weapon art gives it, like, any sort of special those who live in death effect. But this one does. Little firefly. Yep. Bunch of dead soldiers. I noticed, yeah, that the uniform for Rhea Lucaria is different than the Godric ones. You're blowing your horn, but everybody's like right here, so. $252. Okay, it does get to be really significant. It builds. Because I went from 218 up to 252 at one point because of all that attacking. So, yeah, it does start to become very significant. That's cool. there's a way down from above. I did see that before. Looks like maybe this is also a way down. But do I care? I mean, I could just check it out just for the sake of completion. Because there might be something that I missed. Oh! Ouch. I mean, there's bats here. Alright, I'll go through the bats. I don't see anything here. Oh, there's arteria leaf. Okay, so maybe that was the purpose of this. I'm still waiting to find out what arteria leaf is for, but the game says, you know, it's exceedingly rare to find. Very important item. Whatever it is. Might as well rest. Oh, we've got these guys. And one of those floating ball... Oh, it's a balloon. It's an enemy. I don't exactly have any way to hit it. I need a ranged attack. I mean, I've got my bestial rock thing. Oh, there we go. Okay, didn't take much. You just have to have some sort of ranged thing, and everybody's gonna have like throwing knives or something. The water is so beautiful in this game. I just love looking at it. What, no horse? There we go. Oh, actually, let me just take care of these guys first. Whoops. Another balloon over there. Very enchanting, eh? Is it nighttime? No, it's early day. It's like I see stars. What the hell? That was pretty cool. Huh. Okay. Ouch. Hopefully I can kill this guy quickly. Yep. Oh. Ah! Who? Come on, guys. Oh, the dog's gonna kill me. Oh, get away, dogs. That's a really delayed attack. Alright. That one's dead, but the dogs are still gonna kill me. They do a lot of damage in this area, my goodness. I've got no stamina. Who's that? Oh. Actually thought that was maybe an NPC. I can't reach it? I guess I shouldn't be wasting my mana like that. Let's just throw a dagger. Oh, need to be locked on. Yeah. Great. This area is so big. And, like, I've yet to find anything really important, you know? You know, structures or anything like that. I found a merchant, I guess. Enemy camp. Look at that guy. Wearing the most ridiculous looking armor and headpiece I've seen yet. Which I'm sure is exactly what they're going for. Oh boy. This might be too much for me because of that dog. I can handle a giant mob of enemies any day, but if there's a single dog, that's probably going to be death. Nope. They went under me. Oh. Nope, he did it again. There we go. Nice. They're being very generous with the crimson flasks. Stormhawk feather. Oh, it's a bloodstain. I got confused. I thought it was something to pick up. Let's check this out. Because I think this might connect back to the previous, like, to the swamp area. Oh no, there's a dog! It was behind me. That's one of the strong dogs, too. Oh, never mind. I guess he's not that strong. Whoa! Where'd you come from? Oh, they're all throwing shards. I guess it would make sense for, like, the soldiers of Rhea Lucaria to do that. There's a lot of guys coming. Oh, hit the wall! Jeez. Oh boy. They're faster than me. Oh, guy behind me. I'm dead. Wow, that did a lot of damage. That was pretty tough. Because it was just like a constant flow of people coming from somewhere. I don't even know where. Just all around from the walls and behind bushes. At least it didn't jump me all at once. I can be thankful for that. Oh, there's a ghost here. Come out, one and all, from the darkness underground, and let us offer unto the maiden our eyes. I haven't been able to offer the maiden my eye yet. Maybe I need 2 of them. I imagine not, though, because She's only got the one eye missing. Really need to watch my stamina. I've noticed dual-wielding attacks take quite... I think they take more stamina, because I'm running out really quickly. Here they all come. Oh, the guy blew the horns. They're all coming at once. Maybe I should run away from them for a sec, just to pick up my runes. There they are. Alright, now we can turn and fight. We got rid of the dog. That's great. Where did they all go, though? They might have forgot about me. Oh, he did. Oh, yeah, they did. Nice. You're the hornblower. They're very spread out in this camp, huh? All right, we can get the Rhea Lucarian set, armor set. One of the things that I've missed the most would be like ruin areas like this. Sometimes there's ways that you can jump up, and sometimes there's like little doorways hidden down below. Yeah, see? Figured as much. Trap? Nope, no trap. Two Fingers heirloom. Ah, we got another Shabriri grape, so now I've got two. Huh. Maybe you do need two eyes for the thing. I think it's a talisman that we just picked up. Raises faith. Wow. That's pretty cool. Wonder if I should make my swords back into holy swords. I won't be able to buff them anymore, but it might do a lot more damage with that faith talisman. Because I also have Raise Faith Attack. The Sacred Scorpion Charm. Raises holy attack. Yeah. If we could stack those. Try to focus on holy damage. Could be a thing to do. Right, there's the lobster. So now we have reconnected with the previous area explored. What do we have in here? I recognize this this asset though, the ruin asset. They also had some of these where the mariner was located, the mariner boss, the one that's on a boat. I don't know if there's anything important about that ruin. What about this one? An item, cool, mushroom, why not? Oh, hello, dog. Oh, teleporter. I don't know if I want to be going through teleporters just yet. I'd get lost real quick. Maybe more regular exploring, thank you. Ew! Is this a cannon? What is this? Oh, there's multiple. What are we looking at here? It almost looks like it's a contraption, right? Like a cannon or a gun. got some sort of battle going on. Yeah, the Rhea Lucarians are fighting them. These ghost apparition things. This grass is so luscious. Where are we going, eh? Huh? Oh, I recognize you guys, I think. Weren't you in, like, the Caelid ruins? No, they're different. They're fast. They're like demi-humans, I think. They're making almost like little monkey noises. Whoa, what was that? Smoke bomb. I'm gonna go on foot just so that I can dodge them if they pop out of the bushes again. Aha. I guess they're not really making monkey noises, they're more shrieking and cackling. There's definitely a cackle going on. Okay, there is a door or a gate or something over there, but let's just figure out what the rest of this place looks like here. There might be like an item at the edge. Yeah, there is. Makes sense. Why else would it have more land? Smithing stone number 2. The Cliff Bottom Catacombs. Welcome to Cliff Bottom. Mind. Kind of want mind, but I don't have enough runes. But then I also need dex. Let me go ahead and consume some of these. I don't know if that's enough. One more. That's definitely enough. Alright, I'll go ahead and grab another point into dex. I want mind and I want dex. I think are my priorities. This is probably going to be another one of those jump down lifts. Maybe? No, it's not. I need to get a lot of items. Oh, it's pretty dark. Oh boy. I do good damage. Ow. So do they. root resin. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's blue fire in this place instead of white fire, like in the other tombs. It's really dark, though. I don't want to take out my torch because that literally cuts my attack power in half. I would die if I went that way. Or would I? There's something down there, and I think you can drop. What does this say? Try jumping off. Okay, but first lock on. Ouch. Booby trap. Whoa. Yeah. I didn't mean to dodge backwards, which is really bad to do against these guys. It's just that when I was pressing sideways, he moved. Whoa. You know? So I tried to dodge to the left, but then I ended up dodging backwards instead because of the fact that he moves. They're shifty. They're shifty imps. So I guess the blue flame is because this is like a magic cavern, you know? Oh. There's something there. What? Where did you come from? Backstab? Oh, you can backstab. I just missed. Somehow. Oh, there's another one. Oh, shit. Come on. Where did they come from? Oh, I'm probably gonna die. There's also somebody throwing magic bombs at me. That's a grab attack. I can't even, like, separate them for a second. Wow. Holy hell. I don't know. I need a break from this. I'm gonna go somewhere else. This area is hard. I don't like it. I can't port away, so I need to at least exit the ruin first. Hello? Am I locked in here? No way. I am. I'm locked in. Oh. Game, why you do this to me? Because whatever I'm going to end up finding in this ruin is not going to be worth all of this trouble. It's just not, is it? I need to try and remember, you know, like, hey, exploring, you know, that's fun, but... I mean, all these crypts are pretty samey. This one is a bit... It's got a bit of a twist on it. It's a magic crypt. But I bet you there's going to be, like, 3 others just like it in this area. I am curious. Maybe I should equip the torch. Even though it's going to be like 3 different things going on. Just so I don't have to keep... Oh, but now I'm too heavy. Yeah, never mind. It's like dark, but not dark enough, I feel, that I need the torch. But until you get into like those little corners of the room, you know? Then it's very dark. I can't even tell. I want to know, like, where did that random axe dude come from? Did he come from that corner and I just didn't see him? Oh no, I hit the column. don't know where the trap is, but I just hugged the wall anyway. Oh, I see him. I think I see him sitting on the floor over there. Jeez. That damage was significant. Oh, God. Ugh. His moveset is... He's like the Udex, he's like Champion Gundyr in Dark Souls 3. That's what this moveset is like. Just all these kicks and punches and follow-ups. He's just moving around like crazy. I can't even catch my breath. And now he's gonna hug me. I dodged it. But I'm stuck on a wall. When do I get to attack? Finally got the backstab. I was fishing for that for a minute at least. Die. That is a hilariously strong enemy just because of its moveset. I'm gonna buff myself for this next guy. Oh, I can sneak up on him. Let's two-hand my weapon. Backstab. Oh no, I forgot about the magic pots! I don't have any health. Yes! Getting a little bit better and fishing for that backstab. He staggers a bit, but I don't think you can count on that. I just need one more attack, but I was out of stamina. Of course I was. And we kill each other. Almost. A rune arc, that's nice. I needed those. I'm healing a little bit. Why am I healing? I don't understand why I'm suddenly healing. Why? Let's go get that guy. Yeah, what's going on with the healing? This game, that's kind of a theme of this game, is that sometimes you'll just get, like, random buffs and debuffs that you don't know where they came from. Multiple times that's happened. At one point, I got, what I think was a item discovery boost from nowhere. Why am I healing? What's going on? Ooh. Ooh, the Fanged Imped. Is that going to give me more attack power? Nox Mirror Helm. Oh, cool stuff. Alright, so this is going to give me Bestial Strength. It does. It gives me more strength. There's the wolf, and then there's the Fanged. The Fanged Imped. It's like a demon. Yeah. More strength. That's pretty cool. Fashioned from a crystal-looking glass, one among the Eternal City's ritual implements, easily broken and weak against striking attacks. Worn by those committed to high treason, it wards off the intervention of the Greater Will and its vassal fingers. What? It wards off intervention of the Greater Will and its vassal fingers. I kind of like the way it looks with my armor set, actually. But I'll be too heavy. I wonder what that does. You gotta wonder, you know? It seems to have a very specific purpose. Like maybe preventing a certain NPC covenant from invading you. Oh god. You know what I bet it is? I bet it's something like the Aldrich Faithful. That was cool. Or like, you know, the Forest Covenant. If you enter an area, a certain covenant is supposed to defend it. Like if you enter the Eternal City, the Greater Will invade you, right? And then if you wear that, you'll be safe You mean be wary of hole? What are you talking about? Oh, you mean like in the wall? Like, just like that's like a little weird divot? Somebody hanging on the ceiling? No, it's a cobweb, I guess. Enemy ahead. Okay. Over here, maybe? Oh god. Yep. Is there an enemy behind me? Yep. Whoa! Another enemy behind me. Hello. I'm really low on heals at this point, but I guess I have to... Oh, I should have used my healing miracle. Whoopsie daisy. I did bring that, right? Oh! Oh no! The delayed attack. That's so bad in combination with the fast attacking imp. Two of these at once is a big time bad combination. Alright, that one's dead. Nope, it's not. It's still alive. They're both one hit away. Oh. Are there more? Oh! No! I'm out of heals. Is there another one? I'm so scared right now. Alright. How much does this heal me for? Barely anything. Okay, I should have taken the other heal. I used to think that the urgent heal, like, scaled off of how much health you have missing. But now I realize that it doesn't. Oh, whoa now. Is this a dead end? Where did I come from? Okay, I can drop back down, so I think it is a dead end. But how do I get up there? So I have to jump down here. I might as well go rest, right? I've done that section. That's over. I need health. Whoa. How do I get back? It's actually quite a long journey. Okay, here's the lift. Yeah, that took a while. I'm gonna have to fight my way through that again. Oh, there's a little drop-off thing to get some glovewort. I don't particularly care on this character, but I'll check it out anyway. Okay. Flasks, I'll leave it as it is, but I do need to replace this with the better healing spell. And it looks like magic protection is going to be more important than anything else. Yeah, let's go with that. I bet if I just do this. Uh-huh. It's a rank 2 glovewort, so not amazing. Ooh, I got a sneak attack on that guy. That's why I did more damage there. You do more damage if your enemy hasn't detected you yet. Huh? I thought I heard something. Alright, here we are. Gonna have to fight a duder. Oh. Sneak! I almost was able to sneak upon landing there. Oh. Alright, if you're fast enough, they also don't get a chance to attack. Very similar to what they do to me. I guess that's fair. There's a lot of tall grass here, so you can totally sneak. Find your way down here. Someone should put a message about that you can just, you know, just sneak as soon as you land in the bushes, and, oh no. There's another one. I can't see it all. Okay, I got the backstab. Let me do charged R2. Oh, he didn't really care that much. If I just keep rolling... Alright, I need to get out of here. I can't see a thing. Oh, fuck. That's so annoying! Do I really have to fight with a torch? I think I do. There's also that light incantation from... I guess there's options. I've never used a glowstone. This could be an opportunity to use them. And there's also that light incantation that I could use. I don't have enough intelligence for it. But if I just put 1 point into intelligence, I can use that light sorcery. It might be worth it. Let's take this off, and do I have glowstone in here somewhere? I mean, there's this. There we go. Glowstone. I don't know how it works, but I'm assuming you can, like, throw it on the floor, which will cause there to be light. Oh, I got interrupted. Oh. Glintstone Firefly. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna just go ahead and toss a stone down there right now, actually. Yes, that's exactly what it does. And then what I'm gonna do is drop into this grass and immediately crouch. Uh-huh. Let's buff ourselves. Why not? I'm gonna go two-hand as well. This backstab. Shit. I think I can... Oh. He doesn't seem to be very weak to fire, eh? He's doing almost the same damage I was doing before. Whoa, he got me. I'm dead. Yeah, that does a lot of damage. The glowstone worked out really well. Now I can actually see them. So those are omens, I think. Those are fell omens, just like Margit, and just like the curved sword omen in Stormveil. I don't know exactly the lore behind them. I need to read Margit's thing. I think there was something having to do with Margit that I can read about that. That's fine. At least one is dead. And again. Oh gosh. Okay, good. You don't move when you toss it. That's really good. Alright, I got the backstab. Let's see if we can maybe do charge R2. And then we can... Oh! Maybe heal? Uh-oh. I'm gonna run into the other one, wherever he is. Shit. Yep, there's the other one. If I could just... Ugh! Oh, it could. I got one. Maybe I can backstab this one? Maybe? No stamina. I have to use so many heals fighting these guys. They're just really hard. That glowstone worked amazingly, though. That's one of the best items ever. I think I can craft more of those, too. Oh, wonderful. Alright, well, we'll try it. I did also get, hello and please help me. How's that sound? Okay, I remember now. I did listen to that before. And then this one? That's good. That's a good one. Wonderful. With a sigh of relief as I finish that room. Alright, what's next? What have we got? Secret ahead? Yeah, right. It never is. Another one. I'm gonna sneak here. Because if possible, maybe I can sneak in a backstab here. Oh boy. Oh! You don't see me. You know what? Those strange fleshy pustules on them, it looks kind of like what a tree trunk looks like, a stump, when a tree is felled. Okay, I don't think that I'm gonna be able to get a sneak attack, but I can... Yeah. Uh-oh. Need to heal already, because they do so much damage. Oh! Just step on every trap. It's the way. It is the way of the warrior. Alright, this is good. I think this should lead to the lever. Uh-oh. Sneaky time. Ooh. Very nice. Page ashes. Okay. That's pretty cool. That's decent. Someone's a page spirit. Oh, I recognize these guys. These are the two really aggravating NPCs that were in front of that, like, caged sorceress. Unfortunately, I killed her. Ugh. On this character, but on another character, I'll see what happens. Spirit of a page who traveled at the side of the noble he served, uses a piercing sword and crossbow to defend his master. One became a page merely by accident of being born into obscurity. Nothing is asked of ability, talent, or volition. I'm not sure if I understand the poetry there. Oh, hello. From around the corner. I should have used my healing miracle. Whoopsie daisy. I equipped it and then I never used it. But at this point, I can just go back and rest before doing the boss. Heavy door has opened. Almost done. You know what? I bet pulling that lever also released us from our entrapped state. Let's go check. Let me switch this one to the torch. Yeah, let me go like this. Because that'll be easier than switching to the sword. I think this is good. I think I'm good with all that. I think I'm going to change Lightning Strike, though, to the tail. Maybe I can use that. And I've got what? Jump attacks, raise attack power with successive attacks. I'm going to take this one off, and I'm going to do the Faith one, since I'm going to be using the tail. Wait. I wanted to see if the door was unlocked. That's okay. Oops. Oh boy. I'm gonna die. Actually, it might be good for me to die so that I can... I want to try to do this without losing any health. That way I'm just that much more prepared for the boss, you know? I should send this lift back up, too. We got 7 heals. I can take off the glowstone. It might be worth putting a buff on instead. Actually, 8 heals, because I have my Wondrous Flask equipped as a heal at the moment. Send that back up. Oh. Maybe? There we go. That's the way to do it. No health. Lost, I mean. And then into the door. You could actually just run here. You don't need to fight the imps. It's easy enough. Blue candles everywhere. Alright, I'm just assuming that there's going to be some measure of magic going on with this boss based off of the crypt. Whoops. So I'm going to go ahead and... I think the beast one is still... Actually, the finger seal. Yeah, the beast one is good. I'll equip that. But with the increase in faith, the finger seal is going to start to become the best one. Let's do magic barrier, essentially, is what this is. Magic protection, and let's go in. Oh. Yeah, there's a bit of magic. Whoa. Yep, it's magic, alright. That would have killed me without my magic barrier. But I know... Oh! It's faster! Is that me, or is this thing faster? I can get one hit and then need to run from the fire. It really did seem faster to me. Maybe I'm crazy. Oh, more fire. I'll get one hit. And then run! Whoa! Barely made it. Alright, there's this thing. I can get 2 hits now, because I'm so close. I don't think it is faster. I think I just forgot some of its moves here. Wow, Magic Barrier lasts forever. That's great. Defensive buffs you really want to last a long time, I feel. Somehow I framed that. I really thought that I mistimed it. That was way easier than the Burial Watchdog duo that I faced. Kaiden Sellsword Ashes. Cool. Very cool. Oh, that's awesome. Not for this character, but for the other one. I need to get into some ashes, you know? Because a lot of these are really... I want to at least have one. I want to upgrade Banished Knight Oleg and use him on this character. I just don't have enough mind to do it. To cast him. You need 100 FP, and I've only got 81. Because this one's my favorite. I really like Knight Oleg. The other one that's really cool, I guess I don't have on this character, I must have never got him, is Lutil the Headless. It's in one of the caves up in down in the Weeping Peninsula, but I never went there with this character. I'll probably go get that on my in my spare time, just for completion's sake. Well, that was nice. I think that reward is worth it. Again, not for this character, but for Saito. What do I want to do right now? There was something that I had forgotten to do, but it doesn't open. Open the door. How do I leave? I can teleport, but I can't leave through the door. That's really weird. Is that a bug? It feels like a bug. Okay, hang on a second. Do I have a death root? No, I don't believe I do. So I must have given the other death root already. There's the Celia Crystal Tunnel, the Deep Siofra Well. Oh. I see. So that's where we came out from, Siofra, from before. What is that? Have I been there? It's definitely something. Oh yes, this is what I wanted to do. I want to go over here. I completely forgot about the wolf NPC. Like, it's been ages, but I actually know that you're supposed to snap your fingers at him. And he's like, you're like, here, boy, come down. The other thing that I could do is I should check up on this fort over here. I don't remember his name, but I ceded control of the fort over to that NPC. And he's never hence done anything, I don't think. Oh, now there's demi-humans here. What? I don't remember that. Okay. They barely do any damage to me because I'm so high level for this area. And yet, in the other area, I felt so weak. It's like I haven't even leveled at all. I was out of stamina again. Jeez, I need endurance so badly. And yet I also need FP badly. I really want to get my dex up so I can use my new weapon. It's almost like I need to do some grinding. There's just way too much leveling to do. And I don't get enough runes to do it by progressing.
I must begin my search for a true and...
He says nothing. Okay, so there's nothing new going on with him. In that case, on to the next thing. Let's go talk to the Wolfman, see what he gives us. Or perhaps just converses with us. Need to bear left a little bit. Ooh, yeah, left. There he is. I'm a little bit nervous about this. Oh, I'm stuck in the trees. A little bit nervous about this bear. Isn't there like a bear over here? Let's see if I can do the gesture right here. Not have to worry about that bear. Where's the snap? Finger snap. Haha! Oh, you were big.
Who goes there? Carly sent you, did he? Ever the bloody busybody. Maybe to him you don't seem so strange. The name's Blythe. I'm looking for a man who goes by Darrowell. He fled somewhere nearby. Or so I've heard. Come tell me if you find him before I do. I can offer you ample reward.
That sounds familiar.
Darrowell is nothing but a traitor, and in need of a fitting end to his tale. Darrowell is in need of...
Darrowell. I don't remember ever seeing a person like that around. It's not the guy we sent to Fort Height, I don't think. Around here, he says? I thought I've explored this area very thoroughly. So maybe after talking him, does Darrowell suddenly pop up in the wilderness somewhere? Oh, as an item. I mean, I could take a look around. Sure. I'll look around. Maybe Darrowell has just popped up into existence now. Like, because when he says around here, does he mean in the Misty Wood area? Maybe he doesn't mean... Maybe he just means, like, somewhere in the lands between, you know? Darrowell. Darrowell. There's the magic Monica. Menorah, I should say. I combined Menorah with Hanukkah to make Monica. Oh, let me pick up that gold poo. Maybe Darrowell's at the minor Erd tree somewhere. That would make sense. Wait a second, maybe Darrowell is that merchant. No. Maybe? It's not you, is it?
Ah, how nice.
Because he's just a random merchant, yeah. He doesn't count as any... He's not named. Okay, I'm pretty close to just giving up, but let me at least go and search the beginning kind of area here. I wonder who Darrowell is. Have I seen an NPC? I've been racking my brain as I ride around, trying to figure out, like, have I ever seen an NPC here? And the only one is Kenneth Height. So maybe he's changed his name, or he's concealing his true name. Maybe he's Darrowell. I can't even think of a place this NPC could exist. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna say maybe I haven't found Darrowell. Maybe he's not in the Misty Woods. Maybe he's somewhere completely different. Oh, one other thing that I should do is I should go and talk to Popman and rescue Popman, because I think I left Popman there on this character, but now that I'm quite certain I'm going to be playing most of the game with Sigismund here, I might as well go and rescue Popman, since it's going to be coming up at some point in the Khalid Ruins. That's not the right way. I need to go west. West and north. Actually, if I go up... Yeah, This actually might be the best way to get there, is to go up here. Who knows, maybe we'll find Darrowil up here. Whoever he is. I wonder if Popman is gonna know that I've slain some of his brethren. Oh. Wait a second. Oh no. I guess I'm not really in the right spot at all. I think I need to actually be much closer over here. Yeesh. I don't know. It's really hard to navigate this northern part of West Limgrave. Because, like, if you look at the map, this is all not connected. And there's really no way to tell easily by looking at it what's going on. Wait a second. Where's the pumpkin dude? Oh, maybe Popman is over here. Oh, by the Saints Bridge. I'm trying to remember, because he was definitely near a site of grace. And I think he was near this bridge. I think he's up there. So all I need to do right now is just get up there. And then he should be sitting there. Hopefully he didn't run off. Okay, nope, he's still there. Did he die?
Are you willing to help?
Oh, good.
My thanks. Just give me, and I'll pop. Don't dally. Give it your all.
I thought he might have died for a second, because normally he's, like, calling for help. Let me two-hand my weapon here. There we go. Triumphant delight. Oh. He turned to face me.
Well played, good sir. Well played. Though that mighty wallop of yours almost spelled the end of me. Well, I'm out now. I thank you.
He reminds me of a
And
Fallout NPC.
as a token of my appreciation, I'd like you to have this.
Exalted flesh.
Once again, the pleasure is mine. I am the warrior Jar known as Alexander. Iron Fist Alexander, in fact.
Okay.
I journey to the east, where I intend to further my education in the ways of war. And beyond these lands lie the scarlet, rot-blighted Caelid, and upon their southern edge is Redmane Castle, in which a festival of
southern
combat
edge.
is. I'd heard whispers, doesn't the notion...
Okay. So that means it's way down here somewhere. And that's actually where the map is located, too. There's so much to do in this game. I can't believe how big it is. Like, I feel like I'm barely... I don't even think I'm halfway. After all the things that I've done. At least as far as content goes. Now that second, like, the rest of it shouldn't take as long because I'm more established, but then again, it's starting to get really difficult. Like, levels are super expensive, but I feel really weak compared to, like, all of the stuff that's in these more difficult areas. So, I don't know. This seems really hard, but I'm going to keep going at it next time. I'm going to go ahead and take a break here and end the stream. I may be on again later this evening, tomorrow. I'm definitely going to be playing it more regularly than I have been recently. But I am still also going to do my homework. I'm going to have Saito progressing through areas that I've already been, just to double check, just to see if there's anything going on there. I also made a Guts character, and I can kind of use him to, like, kill NPCs and see what they drop, I imagine. Like, Popman. I've never killed Popman. I imagine he drops nothing interesting. But I should try it. I should test it, right? So I'll probably have somebody rescue him and then attack him and just see what happens here. Behold, friend. Ah, friend, yes. He's very much like the Siegmeyer of this video game, isn't he? Anyway, hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Let's rejoice.